Oh boy, it's almost femboy time. Good lord. I didn't set up one of my cameras. Did I get everything? I've got my legs. Did my title. Got my expressions. And set up the second camera. I should do that now. Hello, hello. Nope. Oh, I could change the sound. That's what I could do. Okay. Put this here, put that there. Oh, it's here. Damn, this roll loud as fuck. Okay. Oh, yeah? Forgot to disable that. Hi, Octo. Hi, Wheeze. Hi, Joe. Hi, from... You're in Japan right now? Oh, that's fucking exciting. Oh, Wheeze, we were actually talking about tourism in Japan recently. You need to be really careful. They just tripled, like a 300% increase, the departure tax. So, like, you might get hit with a, like, really out of nowhere charge on that. It's like $20. Hi, Gannon. The amount of times I've gone to call you Pinkie Pie. Not my favorite horse, but you know what? I don't care. You want to call me Pinkie Pie? Fucking go for it. Literally as long as it's not Daddy. But yeah. I feel like I'm fucking forgetting something and it's driving me nuts. Isn't there a porn star called Pinkie? Oh, I'm sure there is. Dan, $20. I'm gonna be broke, Daddy. Please, don't. Hi, Icy Fire. Hi, Wolfie. Icy Daddy. Unironically, guys, don't call me Daddy. I will just outright start, like, timing you out for it. Oh, I actually really hate that one. Hi, Wolfie. There's a music artist called Pinkie. Good morning, Yuli. Hi, Sumiko. Maybe I want that. Hi, Wolfie. Let's start stretching. Yeah, my ads just ended on Icy Side and Wham Raid. We bonking people? You aren't Icy Fire. Leave that to me. Hi, Zvi. Your ads just started Icy. Yeah, Icy likes to raid into me right when I start, and he'll stream right before. So I just subscribed for 7 months. Hell yeah. Son of a Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Wait, this one... This map has controls tab in the bottom left. I hate it. Whatever. Only I like here. Thank you. Son of a Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Hey, Matthews, this one's still supposed to be going. Just checking you aren't being charged by Twitch more than you expected. Okay. Actually, if it's a Matthews sub, then it's not Incline. Zvi, it is not an ongoing sub. They gifted you 12 months when it happened. So, like, they're not getting charged for a month. They dropped, well, it would have been $60 with the old cost. Now it's more like 72. I think it's $72. Hi, Nick. Get lurked, nerd. Is that the cute and adorable Icy Firewolf and Yulind Icy? So it'll be the last day for weekday. I go back to work tomorrow. I guess I need money. Yeah. Gifted 12 months in advance. So what's the problem? Hi, Trogdor. Problem with what? Me with nostalgic music. Hi, Zikaru. Hello, Nick. Siki. Hi, Ranmu. Yeah, this is like... This map maker, they made a bunch of... Well, they've done a bunch of great maps. My favorite one by them is the Twilight Princess Castle Town. And they have like all the NPCs walking around in there. They've got the cows back here. They don't have the NPCs in Ordon Village. So it's not just the ranch. It's like the town, Link's area, the spring, and then it's the rope bridge is walled off. But how's Pretty Wolfie? Cutie. On my end, I only see Gifted by Matthews. No mention of how long it is and such. You can catch it in like the small grayed out text when it first happens. And so it's not a reoccurring thing. I don't think you can set up a reoccurring sub for someone else's sub. Like I could say, Sikaru is streaming. I want to subscribe to Sikaru. And so every month it will charge me, the sub. But I can't make it so that Zwei, you are subscribed to Sikaru, and it charges me every month to maintain that sub. I can give you a month at a time. I can give you 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, but I cannot like set up a reoccurring sub for someone else's sub to someone else. How's it, Pretty Wolfie? I definitely didn't remake Ordon Village in Minecraft. No. Oh, that's awesome. Rainius Fire, how are you, Yulind? I'm good. I have been up since 2:30 a.m. My sleep schedule is fucked right now. I'm well, Nick. How are you? I'm good. Yeah, I'm on a horrendous sleep schedule. Yo, same. Did we do all the knee lifts? I don't know if we did. I know I've done 2 of each leg, so I'll do 3. And then we'll move on. I played like 5 hours of Elden Ring yesterday. And then I was like, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. It's 10 p.m. This is a horrible time to go to bed, but I'm fucking tired. And they're like, okay. I go to bed. I wake up at 2:30. I get up, and Den's like, you are awake. Elden is awake. It is time to play more Elden Ring. And I'm like, at 3 in the morning, girl? I need to bake cookies first. So I did that. It took like an hour. Part of it was me learning the recipe. And I also had to like blend the oatmeal. They came out okay. They really just feel like filler food. They're not like, oh wow, I can't wait to eat these cookies, but they're pretty fucking healthy, so. 1 sec, removing the raid tag to count as a viewer. I don't know what counts and what doesn't, with Twitch always changing the rules. The not counting as a raider is something that applied and was fixed like 3 years ago. Raiders count as viewers. Now, it will still be there in your URL. I don't know why. It's, if you want to be, I guess, assured that you count as a viewer, you just click on the stream and get rid of that in the URL. Good morning. Hi, Heal for Cash. But Raiders, as per Twitch, count as viewers now. Nice, that's your problem. It's too healthy. Here's the thing. I don't even eat it for the health. I eat it for the cheapness. If I had my way, I'd live on protein bars. But my grocery bill would be like $100 a week if I lived on protein bars. But God, I fucking wish I could. Hi, Nomasu. RAR for HDRTX. Hi, Cairo.
I'm surprised you dropped the comfy world so early.
The comfy world.
I mean, it's Ordon Village. I thought you wanted people to fall asleep if you brought us here.
You don't like Ordon Village?
It's fine. The intro's way too fucking long in Twilight Princess, man.
Really? Oh, I thought it was such a comfy vibe.
Dude, it's like 4 or 5 hours long. Like, it is unreasonably long.
It's good. It's not that bad that it's that long. Also, maybe you just sucked at the intro. It is not. I think it's like 2 hours, and that's if you're like exploring. Uh-huh.
I really want to get the game where all the advertising is that you get to turn into a fucking cool wolf with this little demon bitch, and then I'm fucking herding sheep. Yeah, that's what I wanted.
You are exaggerating so hard right now because you heard sheep for like 2 minutes.
Yes, well, that is true.
Hi, Juice.
I stand by my point.
Hi, Leon. It's a bad point. You would also just be shitting bricks. No, because I'd be getting a lot of fiber. Protein bars have a ton of fiber in them. Sure, I know my back hurts. I'm even laying down on my side, the same side that it's comfy to lay on. I love Twilight Princess. Not 4 hours, lol. Why is Kyra so very cute? Yeah, 2 hours if you're really taking your time. It's if you rushed it, you could probably do this intro in like 30 minutes. But like, I think they just give you a lot to do and a lot to explore. Like, they give you fishing right away. So it's like, yeah, no shit it took you 4 hours. You probably just started fishing right away.
Yeah. You know it.
Hobbit. Hi again. Also, how can you complain about that? You, Mr. I love fishing in video games. You get fishing right away in the video game. God, this hour takes so long. Ugh. Spent 3.5 hours of it probably fishing.
Because, like, the fishing that's outside of the lake is kind of ass.
And there's multiple fish that the game doesn't let you catch. Because it's like, oh, this fish is evil. You can't catch this fish.
Hi, Global. They're goats, not sheep. Hi, Friday Fables. Look, if people can complain about weapon durability, we can complain about sheep. You can cross the bridge in maybe 20 minutes flat. Well, the amount of protein you would be putting in would equate to very solid, very painful bricklaying. Hello, Mother Forest Temple was honestly so good. Hi, Booba Bunny. Goat in.
The amount of people, dude, that fucking
Piss their pants about weapon durability in Breath of the Wild was way too damn high.
I get it, and it's probably my least favorite aspect of the game. But it did just kind of click, right? Like, it sucked, and you're like, oh man, I hate this mechanic. And then 30 minutes in, you're kind of just like, I kill a monster, I break my sword, I get his spear. And you just like, there's really not that much variation in the weapons, so it kind of just becomes okay.
You feel like you're in fucking, like, clips sometimes, you know? Like, with all the weapon switching, you're like, oh, I just hit a clip. That was sick.
Navi, go ahead and clip that for me. Why is Icy Fire so very cute? Effort, personality, discipline, dedication. Ah, yes, the evil fish is too evil to go for your bait. Mother fantasizes about eating sawdust. What? I've said this a million times. I'm pretty sure you've heard this idea of mine, Cairo. I would love a 5th grade fairy fountain that's like, lock the weapon durability of a weapon. It costs hearts. It costs a chunk of rupees. It costs like expensive materials like diamonds. But like, let me make it so it's like I can spend a heart if it's a shitty weapon, or 3 hearts if it's something like a royal claymore, to just lock this thing. It's something that's late game. So you have to go through.
If it was a Western dev, you'd be able to convince them if it was a Western dev.
Japanese devs are like, nah, this is how we wanted it, and fuck you for thinking that like it should be any other way, because at the end of the day, it's our vision. Fuck you. I'm not joking. That's how JP devs think.
No, it is. It is. Oh, I see. Isn't a
you the customer? You don't know what you want.
It's funny that a Western dev is like famous for the "you think you do but you don't" quote, but like that is the epitome of Japanese devs.
That's every JP dev.
I will say, just watching someone play Breath of the Wild, the insanely short weapon durability looked completely ridiculous. My discipline. At the end of the day, it's Nintendo. Why is Cairo such a cute pain in your butt, Yulind? I see why. That's a rarity. It's not
there are
such
plenty of JP devs.
I would say it's a JP dev, Sumiko. Nintendo, like, the most of all, but like JP devs, like Monster Hunter, for example. People are like, hey, Monster Hunter devs, playing the campaign with friends is really, really cumbersome, right? Because in Monster Hunter World, you cannot do a quest co-op until you see the cutscene encountering the monster. So you go to fight Odogaron, you have to accept the quest solo. If you're in a group of 4 going through the story together, all of you have to accept the quest solo. You all go into your own hunts, everybody encounters the Odogaron, you see the cutscene, then all of you leave it, then one of you can post it, and everybody can join that quest, and then you go fight the Odogaron. it's so cumbersome and stupid that it's like, why would you make it this way? And when people talk to the devs, like at a Comic-Con or something, or some event, they were like, hey, it's really annoying, like, to have to see these cutscenes on our own. Can we just, like, see them together with people? There's, like, not even a cutscene skip button. And their response was, our devs worked really hard on those cutscenes. Next question. It was just like, what? We just want to play with friends. Huh?
JPs don't know how online works.
Yeah, kind of.
I will vehemently stand by that for the longest time, Yulind. So you know about rollback netcode, right?
Yes, yes. Also, come here, Icy Fire.
Every fighting game, the second rollback netcode hit the scene, it sold like fucking hotcakes. Every Western dev put it in. JPs took forever. Well, we prefer to do things with our own in-house networking. You know, it's just one of those things we're not comfortable contracting out. Yada yada. Why are all the sales of our games that don't have rollback netcode through the fucking floor, and all the games that do have rollback netcode are selling like hotcakes? That's crazy. And so I forget the first. I think it might have been Arxis was the first one to cave.
That's a rarity. It's not so much GP. Shield breaking was cool. Instead of just always having a shield, you get the moments like, oh god, my shield's gone, I'm bugged. True, there do be a reason why they keep trying to shove multiplayer into Resident Evil. I like how cute Cairo is. I'm a goober to you. And
dude, Ariverse was so ass cheeks. I gotta say that.
You're killing me, Cairo.
I am killing you. I'm reading the. I'm responding to the Ari thing.
You're reading my chat and you're interrupting me. Fucking strangles your little neck. My dad started playing Twilight Princess on the Wii. I don't know how far he'll get. He's not much of a gamer. I would say Legend of Zelda is a good game to get non-gamers into. It's just like...
Definitely.
They just like it. It's just a good normie game. Hi, Kefir.
It's hand-holdy, but like... You can explore and discover things on your own in a very satisfying way, but it is hand-holdy enough to where I feel like
Harley.
Most new people, any modern Zelda entry, some of the older ones are a little bit whack to get into.
You can just put prep time into it also and just like trivialize so much.
Like, if someone was like, oh yeah, I tried Zelda, I didn't really like it. Oh, what was your first one? Majora's Mask. I'd be like, oh, that's kind of fair. That's a weird one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I think Majora's Mask will be a terrible first Zelda.
But for some people would probably go to their friend and go, this one's the best one. It's weird and creepy and awesome.
I would not say it's a good first Zelda unless somebody likes aspects of Majora's Mask. So I was saying to Core, she would probably like it because I think she would love the Bomber's Notebook. I'm noticing a trend here. You guys are consistently talking about like big corpo GP devs. Yeah. Okay, and give me a skip button or else. Gosh, Yulind, think of the devs' feelings for once. Hi, you. Resident Evil multiplayer shit was all terrible. Whose stream is this? Hello. Shake. Get here. Like Umbrella Corpse was just pure shit, Harley. Kairo's got a small neck. Sorry. Then again, the Resident Evil series has been terrible in my opinion. That's a take. I think a lot of people like Resident Evil.
Dude. There was also a Resident Evil game, Yulind, where they went, okay,
we know that beloved game, Resident Evil 2, right?
Beloved game, introduced Leon, one of the favorite games in the franchise. Okay, we're gonna make a game where you play as 4 Umbrella guys in a co-op shooter, and you get to kill Leon Kennedy in the events of Resident Evil 2.
Huh?
What?
That's
Who asked
crazy.
for this?
You know what that's as crazy as? Hi, the balls deep monster.
Oh my god.
Whoa. Ow. 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 You of all people shouldn't talk about a person's neck. What the fuck does that mean? What Resident Evil is like the survival horse? Yeah, that's why I'm like, Leon, that's a crazy take. I constantly mix up Resident Evil and Silent Hill. I probably did it at some point as well. Silent Hill is the one with the mist. Silent Hill is the one that's like, you can't see fucking shit here. Damn, I don't want you to sound me like that. Soon you'll be able to go all the way down. I don't feel like I'm making any progress with it, though. Silent Hill is mist and more psychological horror. I wouldn't really call it survival horror. I can't speak on the differences between survival horror and psychological horror because I don't like any horror. So, you know, me having played neither of these, I'm like, well.
Survival horror is definitely more like inventory management.
Mm-hmm.
Psychological horror is definitely gonna lean more into like your walking simulators, your Outlast, your stuff of that nature.
Mm-hmm. You should try more lateral splits. I wouldn't really call it survival horror. You're only managing inventory. Managing inventory is a key component of survival horror. I don't like any horror. That's why my take on game series is so out there. Right, but it's one thing to say I don't like the Resident Evil games, right? That's my stance. I don't like the Resident Evil games. It's a completely different thing to say, like, then again, the Resident Evil series has been terrible. Well, I guess, no, you did say in my opinion, so I guess you did say it that way. It kind of just still came off as, like, from your stance, the series has been terrible, but, like, less so, I dislike horror games.
A little bit of a rough period with 5 and 6, and all those games kind of around that, but...
Mm-hmm. Not liking genres doesn't mean it's bad. I don't like racing games, but I don't think Forza is bad. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's just, the way they said it, I kind of took that as, this series is bad. For any relevant, if you want caps in your name, you can click your profile picture on the top right, click settings, looking for display name, regular username. Display lets you adjust caps. If anyone may want to know. Huh? I think 5 and 6 are bad games. They're just not good Resident Evil games. I definitely think that about some games.
They're good co-op slop, and I wouldn't say that they're good games beyond that.
We're at Cammy stretch. I think 5 and 6 are bad games. They're just not good. I mentioned it because I didn't know until someone mentioned it, so I like to say it sometimes. Okay.
I think if you told someone the 100% Resident Evil 6 by themselves, they would like enter psychosis. Like
6 is the goofiest Resident Evil game. Could be the fact I also meant my comment as a joke with the use of just because I like to rile people up. To be fair, Ada's story fucking sucks ass. Time to punch the boulder, Chris.
Oh, dude.
Keep punching the boulder.
I gotta complain. Oh my god, the recast of Ada's voice actress in the RE4 remake, she's so ass cheeks, man. And everyone online is like, you're just being a misogynist. Yada, yada.
Dude, she's so bad. And it's like, it's just her. Like, it's not even like a voice direction thing. Like, the rest of the cast is so good, and the performances are great. I'm just like, what the fuck happened with this woman? Why is it only her performance that's like glaringly bad compared to everybody else?
There's a character in Dawn Trail that is a prominent figure in the story of Dawn Trail, and they were voiced by a trans female actress.
No.
And so, because of Dawn Trail's story, because of just how it follows the end of like a series, because like the Final Fantasy story is like Heavensward, Stormblood, Shadowbringers, Endwalker. It's way up here, and then it all gets wrapped up. Then They could have ended the game there. Going into Dawn Trail, it's a bit of a Realm Reborn where they have to start setting stuff up again, and people are like, "Why aren't we saving the world? Why isn't this the coolest shit ever? I'm the Warrior of Light, damn it!" And they just hate Dawn Trail. And so this character that's a prominent figure in the story gets a lot of negative attention, and I'm the shithead that anytime somebody starts complaining about Dawn Trail or this character, I'm just like, oh, so you're just transphobic. And they're like, whoa, whoa, hang on, whoa. No,
you can't
no,
do that to
no.
people, Yulind. You
No,
can't
yes,
do that
I
to people,
can.
Yulind.
Hi, full. I 100% Resident Evil 6 and 5. Here we go. She was an actor that played Ada in the Resident Evil movies. The campaign was made by someone that enjoys CP torture. Also, I said this is just okay. The inflexibility makes a lot more sense now.
She played, yeah, but who the fuck? The Ari movies are popcorn slop too. You know, I'll say that. I don't know if you've seen Yulind.
No.
Like any of the Resident Evil movies or like any clips from them. It's literally like
I've
porn
seen
for 13-year-olds. It's
I've
literally
seen
just like over the
ads for them.
over the top. Not the live action ones, the animated ones. I assume.
Oh, I've only seen the live action clips. Wait, those were her daughters.
Imagine like if you made Leon S. Kennedy
And Chris Redfield, John Wick. And that's basically a summary of what the animated movies are like.
Huh. Like, don't get me
imagine
wrong.
John Wick was zombies.
Resident Evil Vampire Cougar, yes please, and her sisters, I don't mind being their meal. Oh wait, those are the daughters and tomato. Mercenaries mode was fun. Hi, Devil Gated. Are we talking like bad voice acting on the level like Titus laughing in FF10 kind of bad? Not
Yes.
poggers. That scene wasn't bad acting. Yeah, they suck ass. Damn, I didn't know they were like that. Thanks for bringing it to light for us, you.
Oh, she's the live action actress for Ada? Oh. Well, yeah,
You brought in an actor to be a voice actor. Yeah, it's gonna be shit.
To be fair, sometimes they do well there, but I do think voice actors that are like, I am a voice actor, are gonna do better there. That's what I'm saying. I'm not surprised her performance was subpar. Wee. I was talking about the live action. Ada's in the 5th or 6th live action Resident Evil movie, Devil Gated Ratchet. Okay. I think we've done 1 squat. 3, 4, 5. This guy hates actors in animated movies. I think I literally just said the opposite, Trogdor. I think I literally just said the exact opposite of that.
they can do an okay job. I mean, fuck me, my favorite movie.
Movie has a famous actor. It's an anime movie with a famous actor voicing the main character.
The Mario movie. The Mario movie was specifically like, we're gonna take standard actors and do this
Yeah.
here.
I thought for a second you're like, oh, the Mario movie. That's your favorite movie.
No,
Right. I
no.
was like,
Although
I mean,
my
it was-
favorite
it was
movie,
pretty good.
my favorite movie has some standard actors like that. It has Jack Black and Jackie Chan in it, and so like it's Kung Fu Panda. It has fucking phenomenal voice acting there.
You know what? I never thought about that.
Yeah, Jackie Chan and Jack Black are in that fucking movie.
Latent wrestlers, musicians, and voice actors are bad at acting. Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong absolutely took me out of it. It's just Seth Rogen being Seth Rogen, lol. I saw a Twitter conversation that was like, hey, people that know Seth Rogen, has anyone ever like told him that his laugh is annoying and that it's like the most obnoxious sound a person could humanely make? And Seth Rogen responded to it with yes. It was just like, oh my god.
That's funny.
I like his laugh. I also like his laugh. I don't think it's like the best laugh ever, but it's very distinctive. It's very much like you hear it and you're like, ha, the Seth Rogen laugh. All right, Yulind likes Kung Fu Panda cute. I do. It's annoying. I think it's bad to dislike someone's laugh. I think that's like, stop having fun, don't experience
Yeah, imagine
joy.
making fun of someone's laugh.
It's horrible. You really just should not make fun of somebody's laugh.
I'm blowing your head off.
That's just like you're going to make them self-conscious and not want to laugh. And that's a horrible thing, right? To tell somebody you shouldn't be laughing. Hi, sleepies.
Yeah, imagine if someone stopped laughing as much as they did because someone made fun of them a lot. I
You
can't
don't
imagine.
laugh any less. You just laugh differently now. You fucking evolved your laugh because
Of the harassment.
Hi, Fran. The joke here is that our favorite Cairo used to sound a little bit like Seth Rogen when they laughed. I thought it was
you.
awesome. I thought it was awesome. Somebody brought it up recently. I was like, oh fuck, that's right. It was like that, and I'd be like, Yulind, let's play games together. And you'd be being so mean. I miss it. Your new laugh is great. Your old laugh was great too. It's distinctive in sounds
You
of joy.
traumatized me that much to where I like came up with a different one.
I think it's bad having a bad laugh. Yulind has a cute laugh to move off. I like when someone has a weird laugh because it means they're not faking it. I shouldn't be laughing at extremely dark humor. I can see it. If you pitch shift his current laugh down, it'd be that. I used to be extremely self-conscious of my laugh. I used to be like, I have a hyena cackle, and I hate my laugh. I would specifically like try to not laugh. I don't know, try to be like, yeah, that's funny, and just never laugh more than that. Somebody, I think it was Leafyons, was like, Yulind, I like your laugh. It's cute, and it, you know, it makes me smile when I hear it. And I was just like, really? And now it's just like, oh, I don't mind my laugh at all. I can do my actual laugh often, or I fuck up my vocal cords. Our favorite Cairo, either employing other Cairo, or specifically restricting the list to enable the title of favorite. Yulind will never hear my laugh. Caitlin laugh is cute. I often ask if I'm people's favorite person whose name starts with Lou. I'm not judging. I just want to laugh like JoJo's Bizarre Adventures antagonist. What's so wrong with that? When I think of like unique and boisterous laughs, I think of One Piece. Because there's like 1,000 fucking characters in that show, and Oda is just like, I gotta write every laugh differently. So he's getting to like character 700, and he's like, shit, how's this guy gonna laugh? Dere shi 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 shi. Yep, nailed it. That's their laugh. Hey, Yulind, why has Trump been posting a bunch of pictures of him and his wife? Because we're not sure if he gave Clinton a blowjob or a horse a blowjob. Either way, not the straightest thing that he's, yeah, that's why. Yulind does have a cute laugh. It's so adorable. Old Slick Willy back. What do you mean a horse? Well, in the Epstein files, it's described that he gave, Bubba a blowjob, and everybody's like, he gave Clinton a blowjob, and somebody came out and was like, no, Clinton's not Bubba, someone's horse is Bubba. And they're like, someone's horse is Bubba? And so,
Oh, good lord.
I haven't watched like a write-up on this to like really see all the details. I'm getting this from memes, and so I don't know how crazy this is. But, you know, on this morning on Reddit, I kept seeing, and just like that, all of MAGA is okay with bestiality, and I'm just like, fucking what? How the fuck haven't I seen this? Dere Shishishi. I'm pretty sure it's Blackbeard's laugh. Nope. It is,
That's the giant.
Saul's. That's Saul on
forget his
Ohara,
name.
the Isle of Scholars. He's the one that's like,
In Robin's flashback, she has every other arc.
Robin, you're going to meet friends that treat you like family. You'll know when you meet them. And when you meet them, you need to smile like this. Dere shi 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 shi. Dere shi 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 shi. Robin, laugh with me. Dere shi shi shi. Oh god, I'm getting frozen solid. Yeah, that guy.
Oh god, I'm fucking dying.
It was Ghislaine's horse, confirmed by Jeffrey's brother, I believe. That's right. Uma changes a man. How to dislocate your jaw 101. Same you. Yeah, that may as well be what's happening. Nothing surprises me anymore after JD Vance assassinating the Pope. Fran, the memes of JD Vance casting necrotic touch on the Pope are just, they're so fucking good.
That's
Right,
so
that's
fucking
good.
funny. They're so funny.
It's so fucked, but it's like, oh god. Imagine if he ends up being the first openly gay president. That would be hilarious. Who knew that somehow we would see even more insanity from the White House? I hope they get impeached. I would love to have only dealt with this for a year instead of fucking 4 years. But like, holy. It's one of those things where it's like, it's bad. It's really bad. There's so much news. I'm sitting here like, anybody with half a brain is like hoping for impeachment or would vote yes on impeachment, right? But like, with Trump, it just always seems like, nah, no punishment. Didn't happen. He's gonna get impeached, but like, it's gonna fall through and he'll just be president for the next 3 years. It's one of those things where it's like, low key, I'm hopeful. I'm so fucking hopeful. But my expectations are just like, he's somehow gonna get away with this. Somehow it's not gonna matter. Beauty's in shambles. Next Trump is going to come out as a saxophone player. We seriously need a bingo of deranged insanity that's happening. Here's the thing. How could you prepare a bingo sheet for this? Like, it's so fucking all over the place that, like, how? How could you prepare for this? All right, he's wanted an LGBTQ president. Monkey paws, bend finger. Don't say that. Don't say that, Trogdor. I want a woman as a president. There was actually an interview with Michelle Obama recently where they were like, hey, would you consider running for president? And she was basically like, oh, hell no. This country is not ready for a woman president. They are just, it's not happening. Hi, Wrath.
I mean, not to blame Latino voters, but I'm going to say they vote very well for men on the blue side. But the second a woman is up for election, Latino voters definitely vote red.
I feel like you can't blame them just because there's a lot of groups you could blame. There's a lot of groups you could blame for this.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of groups you can blame. That's just one of them.
That is just one of them. And even with all these groups, when it comes down to it, the vast majority of the population is white, and so... yeah. Greetings, Yulind Cairo. I would say screw it and write her in next voter slip that comes in. Well, you could, but I'm pretty sure that would just get your vote thrown away. We've done 3 squats. I have not done my squats fast at all. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Has anybody seen the game, Where Winds Meet? Has anybody seen anything about that? Because, like, I didn't hear about this at all.
Yeah, I was watching someone play it last night. I was like, what the fuck? Where did this come from?
Yeah,
I looked at it on Steam and a bunch of people were playing it on my friends list. I'm like, where did this China slop come from?
China slop? What? You are like the definition of uses slop too much. I thought it looks good. I only hear good things about it. And everybody's like, the combat's fucking rad. I've seen the other creatures people have made in the character creator. I've seen ads for it on Twitter for months. I'm like just hearing about it. There was a trailer that came out 3 days ago. So literally like the day after we watched our trailers is how I missed it. And I learned about it with Kuro talking about it. Kuro was mentioning it this morning, how somebody was like, are you going to play Where Winds Meet? And he's like, yeah, I'm going to play it when it comes out. They're like, Kuro, it came out 2 days ago. He's like, what? I can't play it then. I got Tarkov to play. Because that already has happened before you. Supreme Courts or whatever basically said that the president's power should be unchecked, even though it's kind of their job to keep the president in check. Shrug. I know. I keep saying slop. I'm about to start the drinking game again. He keeps saying slop. Oh, wow. What was I about to say? I'm sure he's playing Turkey right now. He is. He was playing with Tyrus. Tyrus, not Tyrus. I always want to say Tyrus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had plans. So they put Tarkov on Steam. Why is that interesting? Tarkov came out. Tarkov had its 1.0 release, and so now it's like, I don't know if it got much changes with its 1.0 release, but the game is like fully out right now, Octal. Hi, Logitech. Poke, Cairo, Strangle. 848. Logitech, I have not played WoW in like 2 or 3 days. Not for lack of not wanting to, just I haven't had the fucking time. Yesterday, I slept in super fucking late from my nap after walking. I woke up at like 5 p.m. I Went and played Elden Ring for 5 hours with Den and Sis. And then I went to bed. I woke up at 2:30 and I was like, okay, if I go to the grocery store at 7, that gives me like 4 hours to do something like record Blue Twitch stuff, right? And I was like, here's what I'll do. I'll do like just a quick Tomb of Sargeras, and then do Blue Twitch stuff. And I get on WoW, and Den is like, Yulind, you are awake. Siseldon is awake. It is time to play Elden Ring now. And I was like, okay, Den, all right. And so we played like for another 2 or 3 hours of Elden Ring. I also baked cookies before we played, but Army of the Light is Emissary today. That's fucking funny. It'll still be there for tomorrow, right? Tyrus was one of those mutes I never imagined talking, so it's still odd to me. I was like very afraid.
Everyone knows them.
Huh?
I don't know them too well, but everyone knows them.
They were one of those like, I had insider information, and so I knew what it was gonna be like when they voice revealed. I was very scared for them. I was very much like, don't do the voice reveal. Don't give in to people demanding a voice reveal. People will be shitty. And they powered through it, and I'd say they had a pretty good voice reveal anyway, and they're still fairly popular, so I think it went well for them. I get so scared for anybody that's mute that voice reveals, because I have seen the absolute worst of communities in that situation.
I mean, if someone's a fucking piss pants about it, do you really want them there in the first place?
Yes. Yes, and I'll explain why. Because ignorance is bliss, and you've got 3 situations. You've got where you're a mute and ignorance is bliss and everything's great and everything is as you want it and it's fun, but you wish you could voice reveal. You've got the voice reveal. Hi, Dark Pikachu. You've got the voice reveal where it goes great and now you can talk, you can express yourself better, and everything stayed the same. Where he's like, oh, mute streamer that's no longer mute, we still love you. Or you've got the situation where everybody goes, ew, you're not what I expected, we hate this, and they all leave. If you imagine this, Cairo, you have an average view count of 20, you voice reveal, and that goes to 5. Would you be sitting there going, well, those people were shitty and I'm glad they're out of the community anyway? Or would you be sitting there going, I regret ever voice revealing?
I would say I regret ever being mute in the first place.
That's fair. But would you prefer to have the 20 or
5 that give a shit?
Okay.
100%.
Hi, Dr. Corgi. Elden Ring over blue content, SMH.
Yeah, I know that's not the answer everyone's gonna give. That's just the me thing.
A lot of changes, 19 gigs worth. 37 in-game models and VA work done for them. Whole new quest line, couple new weapons, supposedly a new app. I see, that's a little different. They're weighing ignorance to this because they got someone who's happy to pass things that they can't pass instead of someone who will spend 4 years fighting legislation like our last guy did. I heard apparently 7 Days to Die finally left early access after like forever, sometime last year. Then they full released a new game just recently and it flopped. Ooh, unfortunate. Army of the Light is Emissary. Elden Ring over blue content. Yulind over sleep. Yulind, does this have his own story in this? Yulind does have his own story in this situation. I have never had like a I am mute and I am voice revealing and it's gone poorly for me or well for me. I've never been in that situation. I have had very, very close friends, and I've seen it happen many times where somebody is mute, they voice reveal, and it just all blows up in their face. Koyo Red, one of my best friends, I am extremely protective of this individual. He had this. He had a community of like 15 to 20. He voice revealed. A lot of them went full parasocial and were like, not just like, oh, I don't want to watch anymore, but they tried to sabotage him and were like literally messaging people in his community and saying like, Koyo did this, Koyo did that, making up stuff about him, and like just trying to just spread rumors and shit about him, to the point that Koyo was just like, I gotta start over. I gotta get away from this. We're banning the troublemakers. I'm rebranding with an entirely new account. Those that I want to keep around, you guys are gonna know where to find me. But here's what I'm doing. And he started over as Koyo Red. Before that, he was Kisu Rolls. And like he almost walked away from content creation and streaming in general because of how bad his voice reveal went. And I've seen that with a few other streamers. I've seen one who, they had a robot. They were mute, and they did like a robot voice. But then they voice revealed. Their computer completely abandoned them, and they went back to the robot voice. And lo and behold, if you talk about, any voice stuff or, voice reveal or gender, it's squashed out and hidden under the rug. And it's like, that stinks, but given like how it went for them, I get it. Poor Forcible. I don't know about this with Forcible. I know who Forcible is. I haven't thought about them in fucking years. You actually just saw Forcible. The video I showed you of Veronica dancing, the other one dancing was Forcible.
Oh.
There's an Icy. What do you prefer doesn't change how shitty it'd feel to lose the view count. Yeah, Yulind released Witch Spire. Thanks. It's like the people who feel tied down by VR chat. Viewers drop when they do something else, but they like playing other games. What do? If you make a career out of it, you stay playing the one game. I'm a huge proponent of one-trick ponies because, like, if that's what you built your content as, of course people are going to leave when you do other stuff. Unless...
People live and die by a game.
Unless the content is you, and it's not you until you're, like, 5,000... Well, you could be, like, 1,000 viewer streamer.
I think that's why, people really like Jinxie, because he was kind of an underdog story. He became, like, the #1 most sub person on Twitch by playing fucking R6 Siege when it was, like, a dead game. And it's, like, the... biggest, like, hey man, it's a personality at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because like up until then, every big content creator was like off of a game that was huge, like Ninja, Fortnite, stuff like that.
Hi, honey boo.
And he was like the first one where it's like, no, people are here for me, which was kind of neat.
There's a lot of streamers that people are there for them, but until you get to a big size, it's hard to market your personality in that way. Yuli ditched a streamer when they voice revealed for Dare talking over his music. I hope they're traumatized to this day. Oh, you're talking about how I would listen to people for background music. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Rolls, that's what happened to my rolls. Like, even if you appreciate the people who actually care and can forget about the ones who were awful, you'll still feel awful going from 30 people thinking they care, dropping down to 3 because they didn't all along. Yeah, Loja, air hug. The content is you. Oh, my 2 angels in one stream today must be my lucky day. I will say when I started hearing your voice before you stream, your voice was higher, but because you stream now, your voice is more nice and relaxed now. Trogdor, anytime you heard my voice before, you heard it on the Vive Pro mic. That mic was, like, typically high-pitched and shitty. When I started streaming, it was already high-pitched and a bad quality mic, but the more that cable gets frayed, the more likely it is to have what we call helium mic issue. And this is where it's just super high-pitched. You can find clips on Core's channel of me having the helium mic. The fix to that was buying a new cable, and the mic is still bad and more high-pitched than now. But, like, I don't think I've changed my voice at all in the last few years. It's just, at some point, I was like, I gotta get away from this fucking cable. I gotta get away from the fucking trash Vive Pro mic. And I bought an Antlion mic. That thing died on arrival. I bought a wireless Antlion mic. That thing's battery died 6 months in. I bought a lapel mic, and that's what I used for, like, a year and a half. I have a lot of folk who are there for me, but still don't watch certain games they're interested in. Not interested in. Koyo was rolls. I always thought rolls just gave up on streaming and moved on to other form. Kisu rolls. K-I-S-U-R-O-L-L-S. Not just rolls. Kisu rolls. It's okay, you always like your voice no matter how you sound. I thought your voice was high because you're a femboy. I'm gonna strangle this guy. Ugh. I think I have 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, you won't. You're right, I won't, because you'll never get on VR chat for me. That's right, I fucking said it. 3, 4, 5. Okay. These squats absolutely took longer than you're playing. Oh, absolutely. With the topics, I really struggle to, like, keep stretching while, talking about them. Gasp, guilt tripper. That's not a guilt trip. That's just fact. I can't strangle you if you're not in VR. And when was the last time you got in VR? Okay. Oh, I just missed 51 minutes. That would have been a really nice start. I didn't order this sass. You absolutely ordered this sass. You paid full price for it. 51.30, 54.30. You got this, thank you. I'd pay double. Please don't pay double. That's it. Also, I need to stop being a perfectionist and a atelier. Stopping me from accessing higher level quality gear. I DoorDash that sass. What do you mean? My sass isn't good. My sass is me being like short-tempered and tilted. You can't say you want that.
Your sass is awful.
Oh, fuck. Trogdor gifted 12
Your
months of tier
temperament.
1 sub to Loyton.
How quickly you get tilted, like, oh, God. You know?
I get tilted by my idiot friends when they can't tell I'm having a bad time and they're like, oh, I want to kick him while he's down. I love your sass and your ass. Oh, God, thank you, Trogdor. That's fucking Max Incline. You can be short-tempered and tilted on the... Yeah, Luton? Yeah? 1 hour and still stretching? Yes, fuck you, media. They distracted me. What do you mean 12 months? Hi, media. Who you calling an idiot? Okay. Heart. Halfway there. 90 more seconds. 80 more seconds. Whoa. It's the cutie media. That's urging for you to face your inner hyper-competitive self and find peace. It's less of a competitive thing and more of a pride thing. I like being seen as cool. I like being seen as, like, just skilled. And when I look like a chump, I get upset. 45 seconds. Consent is important, so yes, yes. Oh my God, this is going so slowly. Why is it going so slow? 30 seconds. Now you spelled that out. I can see that. 25. 20 seconds. Why is it so slow today? My stomach hurts. 15. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. 0. Now that you spelt that out, I can see that. I'm gonna bite you. My boys are... Dude, it was hard today. I don't know why. This is the third time I've been gifted a 12-month sub. And the second time to you. First 2 12 months. Also the last month. I didn't know it was possible back then. I had to leg drop my pride during fighting games. The tilt I'd spew after loss was brutal. Really equivalent to a child lashing out? I just don't like it when, like, I feel like a game has, like, a set progression, right? Like, hey, here's a puzzle, you should take 5 minutes on this. Here's the next puzzle, you should take 5 minutes on this. And I get stuck. And I'm like, I feel really stupid because I've been working on this puzzle for 15 minutes. And clearly it's not supposed to be like a hard puzzle. I'm just missing something. And that to me is like, grr. But that's fine. Me not getting something, grr. The moment people start going like, holy shit, this idiot, he's so dumb, that tilts me real hard. And sometimes that comes from my own head. When I was playing Xenoblade Chronicles Day 1, and I was struggling there, I was struggling because I was playing a, non-meta character. I was playing, the childhood friend, Fiona? Was it Fiona or Fiora? I don't remember. Fiora?
Fiona, I'll kill you.
I was playing that character because I was like, oh, cute girl and daggers. I like. But she was fucking trash early on. And, her kid just gets her fucking killed. And so, I was basically trying to play the game on hard mode. And I don't like it when I set out to do something and I just can't make it work. And I also just had people in my ear, not just in my ear like Cairo, but like in chat just going like, dude, how did he fail this again? It was this day 1, we're 1 hour in and he's dying. And it was just like, that is like, I struggle with moments like that. Hi, Shion.
Hi, Shion.
Thank you, Chandra. Dude, expose your forehead so I can kiss it. Also, good job on completing the planks. You know how you feel the gift set I got was given before I could sub myself? You just has to figure some more ways to look at things from additional perspectives. You're very smart. The worst part is when you're faced with a puzzle, you start thinking and at like 10-second mark, there's an ally on a pop-up. Hey, did you check the lights? Maybe that's an answer. I don't really mind that. If it's like 10 seconds in, okay, that stinks. If it's like Breath of the Wild where they give it to you 5 minutes in, that one's like, oh, okay, yeah, I took 5 minutes to figure that out. When I'm not getting, I'd rather get a hint like that than have somebody being like, holy shit, this guy's stupid. Hobbit's here, so he's gonna be like, I knew you were gonna bring that up. But like, one of the most tilting things I've ever experienced was when Hobbit was like, dark side Phil moment from this guy, and I was just like, it's not that bad. Fuck you. It's not a dark side Phil moment. I hate this so much. Hey, it's a Yulind emote. Choo choo. Don't call it a Yulind emote. What the heck? Oh man, I'm so sorry you got that comparison. Hobbit's here, and they're actually a very good friend of mine. I don't like have any ill will against Hobbit, but that one fucking sent me when it happened. Hi, Zuvi. Okay. I need to turn the treadmill on. Oh god, we have fucking max incline. Oh god. Yes. Oh. I had a power outage yesterday, so I have to press more buttons on the treadmill right now. Okay. We're walking. We're here. We're walking through Star Wars. Oh, sorry, man, for how long? 10 seconds. It was not a long power outage at all. If anything, it was like my power flickered.
Well, I shouldn't cover chat.
It was, yeah, I don't even know why. It was nothing with my house. None of the breakers flipped. It was just, it was right after I got out of VR. So I woke up, took my headset off, went to go wash my face, and, the power just went off when I was in the bathroom. And I was like, the heck? And then it came back on. Star Wars problem, music too dank. Is it loud? I can turn it down if it is. Send him the yukata. You got it, Zuby. What? Music too loud for me too. Goodbye, tattoo. We will change the music. That should be better. Yeah, heck that stuff. So many games, the tips are so insulting. Choo choo. Hey, it's Yulind emote. I mean, I'm so sorry. You got that comparison. The DSP comparison is crazy. The Leglins and the Yukata. It wasn't a comparison. He would just have the exact same problem with the level that I saw DSP have a clip in. Wow, 12% control stamp. God damn it. I hate that it says that down there. I need one of those hints in Batman Arkham Knight game. Imagine playing the smartest DC Playboy. It's like on something before Dead Joker literally tells me what to do. Oh, sorry, man, for how long? Just 10 seconds. Zuby hug. Hi, Fire Hedgehog. Hi, Cairo. Sure wasn't that bad. He really went off. You insulted the game design stuff. I love the comparisons to other streamers. Just bumbling through it, I think. Ame. Star Wars problem. Music too dank. Hi, media. Hope you feel better soon. Music too loud for me, too. Goodbye, tattoo. Yulind lost powers. He was fixing his mascara. He wasn't insulting the game or anything. He was just having a problem with the level in the exact way, so my brain made the connection. I don't even remember what game it was. If it was like Metroid or Donkey Kong? Oh, right, it was Donkey Kong. Hey, now 10 seconds a long time, okay? Oh no, Trogdor. Is the part you're supposed to slide on the rock across the spikes? That ability, it just never fucking, like, clicked with me. Even at the end game Hobbit, where I have, like, 600 bananas, and there's a puzzle that's like, okay, use the slide here. I just would forget it and be like, man, this puzzle's really hard. Why is it like... Oh, I'm supposed to fucking slide, damn it. What?
They use the rock slide so much.
I never used it.
Did you just like brute force things?
I got really good at tech jumping over distances that
Okay.
want you to
And
slide.
this is the same guy that complained about me using the ostrich to fly everywhere.
Yeah. I would see a row of spikes. Oh, I didn't change my waist tracker. I changed it the wrong way. I would see like a jump, and it's like, yeah, that's far enough. And I would jump over with the jump, roll, punch, and like barely make it. I'm like, man, that's a tight jump. And I would do that like 10 times in a row. And I'm like, they really expect me to just really nail all of these. And then like I see something that's like, you should clearly be fucking sliding. I'm like, oh. The really bad one. I had one of the 2D puzzles where they wanted you to kill like 20 of the guys that have they're like the little rock hermit crabs. And you're literally supposed to just slide through them. You don't have to attack them at all. Just sliding into them with this metal rock you're sliding on kills them. All you have to do is jump over parts that would like make you bounce and go backwards. and you have like 60 seconds to go through this course and kill 20 of these things. And like, I was doing it just running, and I was like getting to 18 or 19 killed, and I was like, man, the timer on this is so fucking tight. It just feels like even when I do it perfect, wait a minute.
At least Donkey Kong is a game for you, Yulind, because you're a fucking chimp. What am I? This is the same guy that complained about me using the ostrich to fly over the entire storm level.
Yeah.
A level he admits this is probably one of the weakest levels, if not the weakest level in the game.
For sure. I very much like it when developers make a puzzle and you solve the puzzle their way. Especially if it's a fun way. When somebody discovers wind bombing in Breath of the Wild and they just circumvent every single shrine by wind bombing, that to me is like, that fucking sucks. You're literally just depriving yourself of all these cool puzzles just to go, I can do it faster. Do you not kind of agree with that?
Yes and no. I think sure, it kind of stinks that, like, they went around it, but I think it's cool that the game has the expression and creativity to let you do that.
Right, but that's not an expression creativity thing. That's like a literal bug exploit.
Well, if they gave that much of a shit, they should have patched it.
Well,
God knows they had to patch Breath of the Wild fucking plenty. Jesus Christ.
Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom?
Breath of the Wild. Did you get a Switch on launch?
No.
Oh, I did. The performance was terrible. You fucking lagged, Yulind, in the starting plateau. Like, if you set grass on fire, you probably dropped to like 20 FPS.
I know Tears of the Kingdom got a million patches.
Nope. You lagged in the...
What do you mean, nope?
Oh, yeah, it did.
Not as much in comparison to Breath of the Wild.
It got like 20 patches trying to...
You lagged in the secret woods, just being there. Like, in front of the Great Deku Tree, you were lagging. Just being there, existing. Like, the performance was bad.
Tears of the Kingdom had like 10 or 20 patches, and each one was like, we are trying to stop you from item duping. We are literally trying to like prevent you from duplicating items. Don't worry, Yulind, it's only 5 miles today. This video is like 1 hour and 49 minutes. When this one ends, we will get like 20 minutes of another video. Doesn't matter how long it goes. We're ending at 5. Hi, Techno. Morning, Lynn. It's busy as shit at work, Lynn. I hope it goes fast. That's at a 12-degree incline. Rock hermit crabs, rock lobsters. Sliding through Yulind DMs. Icy on screen, Techno. And Yulind just hates you, Kyle. So you'll never be right in his eyes. What are you talking about? What? Think of swinging these balls? If I can do it, I'm gonna do it. Nope, fuck you mean nuh-uh. Here's what I'm doing in a single-player game. Well, like we were talking about with earlier, Japanese game devs. You're not playing the way we intended you to? Fuck you! It'll help fix your sleep schedule? No, it won't. Because I'm gonna sleep like 5 hours in VR after the walk. And then I'll get tired at 10, sleep for 3 hours. Then I'll wake up at like 1 a.m. like, uh-oh. Oh, jeez. I was gonna say something about a thing, and I've forgotten what it was, damn it. Japanese devs will patch the hell out of something if there's a workaround. It's admirable to a point. We were talking about Breath of the Wild earlier, where how so many people were complaining about weapon durability. And like, Connor and I, we're of the opinion that the weapon durability is fine. Like, it stinks at first, but you just get used to it. You just get to a point where you've got favorite weapons that you like to have, but you're not going to hold on to them and be like, I can't use this because it's going to break. You just got to use the shit.
I feel like a lot of the contention with durability systems is people relate it to like survival crafting, where oh now I gotta go get 20 fucking rocks to fix my fucking stupid stone weapon, you know? And in Zelda, it's intended like, oh my thing's broken, I'm grabbing the next thing. It's very snappy, quick gameplay. It's not slow, obnoxious, malicious fucking game design.
Hi, Senna.
Like a lot of durability systems are in other games.
What I always say, heal for cash. Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. I would have loved if there was like a 5th Great Fairy that you can pay a shit ton of resources to lock a weapon. Like, let's say you have a Royal Claymore, and you're like, I want to have this forever. And you found a really good one with like, you know, attack up and defense up or something. And so you bring it to this 5th Great Fairy. You pay 1,000 rupees. Royal Claymore, points towards friend. You pay 1,000 rupees. You pay 3 diamonds. You play a Claw of Dinral, the claw from the fire dragon, and you pay like 3 hearts. So, like, if your max hearts were 30, that goes down to 27 so long as you have this claymore. And it is locked. It will not break.
Because one of the problems is they give you these fancy champion weapons, and you go to your house and you put them up on the wall, and you're like, yep, never using these.
Yep. I would love to take the champion weapons and, like, lock them permanently. And it'd be a very late game system. Something that's like, to do this, you have to find the other great fairies. You have to pay expensive materials, like a dragon piece, like literal hearts. And the fairy won't let you, like, go less than 10 hearts if you're doing this system, right? Something that's just like, this is a very, very late game investment. Playing around spawn points and just use it until you lose it. I actually found it refreshing for that. The lock weapon idea seems kind of like a good idea. The debuff idea would be nice. Just make it something that, like, you're not going to find a weapon in the first hour of the game and be like, yep, this is my forever weapon. I use this for the rest of the game. You would have had to... Oh, I think Cairo crashed. You would have had to go to all 5 great fairies, which in this would be the one in Akala, the one in the desert, the one in Kakariko Village, the one in, not the Hebrew Mountains, but the south of that near Rito Village. That is a pretty, like, vast area of the game. I crashed, but I gotta go to workies now, so love you all the way up here, LOL. Okay, Cairo. Put a 5th Great Fairy, like, I don't know, out near Eventide Island out in the ocean. Hi, Grianne. Make it so these are, like, just the distance you have to travel is a long time. And then, like, 1,000 rupees, that's a lot. 3 diamonds, you're not going to have that in the first, like, 3 hours of the game unless you are specifically targeting diamonds. Chat, do this. Hearts, that is a huge investment. The part of a dragon, that is a huge investment. And so, like, I just see it as a late game system. Force you to play with the durability for a little bit. And then you can be like, okay, if you're really not having fun with it, here's a solution. They can exploit these balls. If I can do it, I'm gonna do it. No, fuck you mean nuh-uh. Japanese devs will patch the hell out of something. Oh no, my weapon broke. What will I do with the other 30 weapons I'm carrying? Royal Claymore, points towards friends. Sounds like pay to win. It doesn't. Playing around spawn points and just use it until you lose it. Actually found it refreshing. But the lock system idea seems like a good idea. The debuff idea would be nice. Alright, crash, bye-bye. There's a middle ground between I use a weapon for the entire game and each weapon breaks in 3 strikes. The only weapons that break in 3 strikes, though, are like sticks at the start of the game. And if you're hitting people with a stick, I would expect it to break in 3 strikes. You start getting clubs and swords, and they last a decent amount. By the time you're late game, you can kill like 3 to 4 enemies with any one weapon. And each of those enemies is going to drop a weapon. So it's like, you have more weapons than you're going through. This bow floats a little, I think. I don't think it should cost more than the Master Sword. The Legend of All Weapons. I don't think the Master Sword should cost anything. It's yours by divine right. Hi, Kumi. Yulind's home planet is out on Planet Crafter. Oh, God. Oh, because it's the toxic one. Okay. Alright. It's okay, no one's looking at the bow. There's not much butt to see. It's kind of just covered. We, Item dupe guys be like, all you have to do is hack your university with this sus program, run on your 3rd monitor at this weird frame rate, wall clip right here, getting this just right might take 2 hours. And I'm like, I'll just farm the damn thing, sheesh. In Tears of the Kingdom, it was like, okay, you have to drop this item and pick this item up, and you have to start and load specifically. It was something that, like, nobody would ever find on their own. Nobody would ever accidentally dupe items. It wasn't super long to do, but it was like a 3-step process that did require, like, exact inputs. You had to be really fucking fast with it. And, like, they kept patching stuff out and people kept finding new ways to do it. And it was just like, why? The only people who could possibly do this are the ones who want to do this. I duped a New Horizons for island exploration tickets because I wanted new characters and the amiibo cards for them didn't exist yet. You need a drink? Sure. Sure, I'll take a sip. It took over 500 island explorations to get the visitor I wanted. Jesus Christ, Cairo. You have a problem. I played a bunch of Elden Ring this morning and yesterday. I'm doing Faith build, right? We finally got... we got a good Faith spell for me. I've been doing Sling Flame, which is literally like Fireball, but it has drop off, and it moves really fucking slow. So, like, it kind of fucking stunk. It was kind of just like, Fireball! And I miss half the time. Especially since my 2 team members that I'm playing with, one of them is just like the Guts Berserk Sword, full strength, 2-shot anything he looks at. And the other one is like Dex Arcane, Bleed Katana. The 2 of them, I call them the hired muscle. They just cut everything down in a room when we get to it. And so, there were times where it was just like, I'd throw a fireball, and even though there'd be 3 enemies left, I just would wait. I'd just be like, yeah, I'm done. Because Sis is just gonna fucking swing his sword across and kill all of them in the next second anyway. We got Lightning Strike. Literally, it's like I fucking make a javelin of lightning and throw it like Zeus. And, I can charge it, and it does a shit ton of damage. And so, like, now, I'm just, like, fucking throwing lightning bolts constantly. And it's like, dude, I feel like my damage fucking rules. Praise the sun. Meanwhile, my friend gave me a blanked card he programmed to have the villager I wanted in. And I just scanned it in the amiibo slot. I never did amiibo or scan stuff. I just played New Horizons. And I got the villagers I wanted. And I had this mentality of like... how would I describe it? I thought of them as people. So if they wanted to live on the island, they were welcome to live on the island. I wasn't chasing anyone out of the island. There was definitely one or two that I was like, oh man, this one stinks. But for the most part, I liked them all. Oh god. I cannot believe this video is 1 hour and 49 minutes. Yes, I can. This was the zone for the Empire, where they... well, they didn't have speeder bikes here. I think they could buy them here, but you typically wouldn't unlock them here. You'd lock them on Tatooine. I don't know why this one is so big. I chases everyone out. I wanted dogs, and it was a mission to do. Okay, that's cool. Only dogs is kind of neat. I think I probably did. If I was to do something like that, I'd be like, I don't want cute girls. Get all these gym bros off my island. Oh my god. We have 12 fucking incline. In Elden Ring, we went around the edge of the Liurnia Lake. So we went along the left side. We haven't done much in the lake. While we were going around the lake, we came across an area that basically takes us to the Altus Mountains. It's a very autumn-looking place. And in there, I was like, wait, we're starting a new area. We're going back. You got this. Thank you. I want to do Liurnia Lake. And then I want to do Caelid. And after Caelid, then we will go to the Altus Mountains. We did clear out the academy. We did a lot of stuff in the academy yesterday. We did the fort at the top of Liurnia Lake. The one where as you get close to it, a bunch of like arcane arrows rain down on you. We were able to do we were able to knock that out. It's been fun. They were fucking dicks to me last night. We found some random knight on the road, and sisters were like, Yulind, you have to 1v1 him. And I was like, there's absolutely no reason I have to 1v1 him. They're just gonna make me do it. And they stood by and watched, and I threw a lightning bolt at this guy, and it hit him and his health went down to 97%, and he rolled the next one, and he hit me with the tip of his spear, and then I rolled just to get away, and he lunged and hit me with the tip of his spear again, and I died, and they were like, oh wow, you got 2-shot, Yulind. And I was just like, no shit, I'm playing the backline caster. I was tilted from that. Honestly, Elden Ring is such an amazing game. It's also a favorite game for me because I can explore all that when I'm finding new things each time I play. I think Elden Ring is an amazing game. Here's the thing. It's my first Souls-like. I have never played a game that's really this style. And so, any game I've played before just has different mechanics. I am not somebody who's particularly good at parry and perfect dodge timing. The closest I have to that is Monster Hunter, and I love Monster Hunter. But in the past, I've always played like, you can just always raw block stuff, or what I'm more likely to play is just you have movement speed so high that you're staying ahead of attacks. And so, when it comes to the actual like get good Souls-like part of it, I'm just not a good player at it. And while I would love to just drop 300 hours into this and like play it and explore everything and have that like solo Elden Ring experience, I just don't have that time anymore. And so I'm kind of okay with going it in a half-assed attempt of like, I'm playing seamless co-op with 2 friends. They have both played through like 10 times together. They're doing a lot of carrying. They know a lot of like, oh, we go here. We were at the academy, and at one point I was like, okay, I need to go to the grocery store this morning, so we'll go to the next Grace. And they're like, okay. There's not really a Grace for a while, though. I was like, just, lead the way, and the next Grace we get to will end. They then proceed to jump over a fence onto a rooftop, and we went through a maze of rooftops. It was like, okay, we fight this enemy and get this piece of loot. Then we walk to this corner of the roof, and we can drop down to this roof here. Kill 2 enemies here. Then we jump this gap, go around this corner, and we can walk along this gutter and drop down here. And I'm sitting there like, never in my fucking life would I have ever found this on my own. I chases everyone out. Then when dogs, you got this. It's been fun. It's been fun. I do feel like a little remiss at like, man, I would have loved to play this like Breath of the Wild. Because when Breath of the Wild came out, I didn't get on it right away. Okay, here's how I played Breath. The game came out, Switch came out. I let it sit for like 3 or 5 months. And then, I was moving houses. I was moving from a house in Dallas to a different house in Dallas, but a big, much upscaled house. When my parents initially moved to Dallas from Missouri, they didn't think I was going to be with them. So they got a really small, like, 2-bedroom house, 1 bathroom. And then I was like, guys, I don't have anywhere to go. I don't know what I'm doing. I think I need to go back to school. They're like, okay, well, you get the 2nd bedroom. We just won't have a guest bedroom. And they were thinking they were going to be there for, like, a year. Well, a year turned into 3 years. And after 3 years, my mom was like, we need a fucking bigger house. This is ridiculous having 1 bedroom. Or 1 bathroom. And so, we upgraded to a bigger house. When we moved, we planned for it to be internet day 1. Guy was going to come to the house, install internet. We would have it the day we moved. And we didn't have a moving truck. It was really just like, Dad had a pickup truck and we just did a lot of trips back and forth. I think for the big furniture, we hired a moving company. But like, we should have had internet day 1. AT&T just doesn't come. The technician just doesn't show up. And so we call AT&T and we're like, hey, we ain't got no internet. And they're like, oh yeah, we'll send another technician out as soon as time. You have to wait 8 days. And we're like, what? Yeah, the soonest we can get a guy out there is 8 days from now. So we're just like, all right, fuck you. 8 days, no internet. So I said, fuck this. I'm like on summer break, but I go to GameStop. I buy a Switch. I buy Breath of the Wild. I buy the 2 DLCs. And I just like 10 days straight played the fuck out of the game. I don't know how many hours I put into it. And I think AT&T ended up coming early. They were able to get a guy out there in like 6 days. But for like a good 5 days, I just woke up, played Breath of the Wild, went to bed. Once we got internet back, I was able to get back on World of Warcraft, and there was like a new patch and raid going on. So I like went back into playing that a ton, and I kind of dropped Breath of the Wild. I had like 90 shrines, and had done like 2 or 3 of the beasts. There was times where I could absolutely no life game, curse bills. Abs, God. True. The concept of earn a living is a source of great bitterness in me. After like 2 months, I was like, man, I never beat Breath of the Wild. I should go back and play it. But I haven't played it in 3 weeks. I don't remember where I was. I should wipe my save and start over. So I did. I played a shit ton for 2 weeks. New save. I made about the exact same progress. I got about 90 shrines, different shrines. I'd done a new divine beast. I'd done a lot of the town stuff with like having the master sword instead of not having it. And then I got distracted again. Stopped playing the game, didn't finish it. I then Hi, Borye. I then didn't play it for like a year or two. Was working my job, and I would skip lunches. I was just like, I don't need to eat lunch. I can eat a snack while I keep working. I'm not taking 30 minutes off to take lunch. And when my supervisor found out, they're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You can't be doing that. You could sue us for denying you lunch. And I was like, no, the law is that I don't have to take lunch. They're like, well, the company policy is that you have to take lunch. I was like, fuck. So I start a playthrough of Breath of the Wild, third one, where I would play 30 minutes on my lunch break every day. And this was fun. I was, making good progress, but, I was playing 2.5 hours every week. And so wasn't going to finish the game anytime soon. I think eventually I started playing Monster Hunter instead. Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate on my Switch. And then I moved so that I was across the street. And so my lunch breaks, I would walk 3 minutes to go home, hang out for 20 minutes, walk 3 minutes to go back to work. And that was my lunch breaks then. And then work from home happened and all this didn't matter. That was my third playthrough. Fourth playthrough. This was 2021, I want to say. I'm in Texas. I'm in my apartment across the street from work. And the big freeze happens. I think it was February. The big freeze happens where Texas just gets the crazy storm weather, the crazy blizzard and cold weather that just, they had like feet of snow. Oh, this is cute. They had feet of snow for like 2 weeks and everything shut down. Literally, like, I didn't have electricity for 2 weeks. But my work across the street did. And so what I would do for 2 weeks, I would play Breath of the Wild for like 7 hours. My Switch would be like, hey, you're low on power. Didn't matter what time it was, I would do this at 2 a.m. or like 8 a.m. or 2 p.m. I would take my Switch to work, and I'd go work for an hour. Because all the commercial buildings had power. All the residential buildings didn't. I would charge my phone. I would charge my Switch. I would work for an hour. And then I would go back to the apartment. Usually I would just go straight to sleep after getting home. And then when I woke up, I would just stay under the comforters, play Breath of the Wild for 7 hours, rinse, repeat. I did that for like 2 weeks until I had sustained power and it was like, okay, you're going back to work normally. 5th playthrough. Comfy gaming, hell yeah. Comfy as I could be, despite not having electricity. Right? It was like the best possible situation I could be in. Whereas other people around me were like, they didn't have power for 2 weeks, or they were dealing with like rolling power. Foss was literally like boiling water, and in that situation in San Antonio. Turn around. Oh my goodness, Star. Oh my goodness. It's a virgin killer. After that one, we can't see. I know you can't see. Okay. After that one, I had a moment of like, hang on. I've done 4 playthroughs of Breath of the Wild, and I still haven't beaten this game. I've actually never done anything in Hyrule Castle, except for like running through it to get some of the DLC armors. I need to beat this fucking game. So 5th playthrough, I open a guide, and I'm just like, this is the guide that's like all 120 shrines Breath of the Wild, and I beeline to them. I do a shrine, I open the guide, it says next shrine is here. Okay, I walk to that one. The map at the end, because it was the DLC, it had to like, hey, show the map and show your path. It was literally a connect the dots map. And so that's really small, Star. It's cute, but that's really small. I don't know if I want that one on camera. 5th playthrough, I get all 120 shrines. I do every side quest. I get all the memories. I get all the divine beasts. I'd like it on camera. Ooh. You gotta join if you want to see it. And then I go and beat Calamity Ganon. I did both the DLC things too. I also did it on Master Mode, which, holy moly, I gotta tell you guys this. Trial of the Sword on Master Mode? Fucking hard. Fucking pain in the ass. Oh my god. Water Blight Ganon? You get 10 arrows, do not fucking miss a shot. Because if you miss a single arrow, he heals 50% of his health, and it's like you can't kill him. So like, don't fuck that up. Do not fuck that up. My first time killing Calamity Ganon was on hard mode. Now, I had all the shrines for it. I didn't do like the hardest version possible. But if you miss a parry or a flurry blitz, no, I think it was just parries. I think you had to parry Calamity Ganon. He heals 50% of his health. So you just have to nail like 10 parries in a row. It's just like, oh my god. But yeah, that's my Breath of the Wild experience. 4 like 3 legit playthroughs. One that was on my work break, so it was like, it felt weird. And then a hard mode guide playthrough. No, do not use that on stream. The reason that is not better is because I can't tell if that is see-through or just the same color. Either way, it doesn't matter because it's what somebody would interpret it as. It's see-through? Okay, it's very much not okay then. Oh my god, I am sweating. That's better. That can be on camera. I just checked the distance. We're at 1.7 miles. This is our first 12 incline day with the big screen. We're gonna see if it fogs up a lot. Bunny suit, but you ain't a bunny, technically, fraud? That's not how it works. You don't have to be a bunny in a bunny suit. I'll be joining in 10 to 15. Okay. Whoa. We did our walk yesterday. I don't remember how long it was. I want to say like 6.5. I don't know. I'll let the authorities sort this one out. What do you mean? We did our walk yesterday. Hi, Leo. I did not get out of yard till like 5 p.m. It was like 1 when I ended stream and laid down. I was in VR napping for like 4 hours. Gonna keep it real? That's a fraud I am okay with. Fact sounds about right. I saw that at one point Cairo joined us, and then he left. When I woke up, it was just me, Blank, and Grianne. And my left hand was dead, and my right hand was blinking at me. I was like, okay. I'm too tired to go get the fucking pen down there. I'll leave my normal heart that I leave for people when I bounce. Tears of the Kingdom I played way less. Tears of the Kingdom I think is a better game than Breath of the Wild. But I feel like it will be remembered less because it's a sequel, technically. I feel like so much of what made Breath of the Wild great was like the first time you see something. The first time you get to Goron Village and you see the statue of Darunia. The first time you've gone through the river in the Zora domain. You fight the Moblin and you look over the bridge and you see the like crystalline, luminous structures of Zora City. And you're like, God damn. The first time you like come across all of the things, the places to see in Breath of the Wild, and it's just, this is beautiful. You do it in Tears of the Kingdom, it's like, oh, things have moved a little bit. It's a little bit different. And nothing really changes that much except for like Kakariko Village. But like Zora Domain, kind of looks exactly the same. Goron Village, I think they've changed the statue of Darunia to a different statue. Better game, but we already explored the world. Yeah. It was cool seeing how everything changed. But it lost a lot of that first time wonderment and amazement of seeing things. Breath of the Wild was great because it was fundamentally groundbreaking. It's just getting improves on it. But at this point, there's so many Breath of the Wild clones, that's the little sameness. Yeah. Like a massive part of Breath of the Wild was just learning the physics. Running around the Great Plateau and like your first 10 hours of being like, oh, I can do this with the bombs? Oh, wait. I can cut down a tree, time stop it, hit it a bunch, and jump on it and launch myself? Oh, shit, right? Like learning things like that. But then you get to Tears of the Kingdom, and it's like, right, give me the ability. Come on. I need it for this. Yep. I need to do this thing. Yep, come on. I use this ability. It's just like, you know how to do the stuff. But like, as an overall game experience, comparing them one-to-one to each other, I think Tears of the Kingdom is better. I think the story is... I don't know. I think the story is okay for either of them, but not really particularly special. I think Tears of the Kingdom has like 1 or 2 moments that are like, holy fucking shit, dude. The final memory and the final boss fight both have something in them in Tears of the Kingdom that's just like, holy, that was so fucking cool. That was goated. But like Breath of the Wild memories are like more meaningful as a story. Seeing Zelda, like, dislike you, deal with her father, learning, like, seeing just how she resents Link, not just because she's, like, views him as, like, everything she wants in life, but also because he's just literally a nuisance to her. And then seeing how, like, oh, he's not whining. He's dealing with the same stuff as me. He just fucking shoulders it and carries on. Link is so fucking cool. And seeing her, like, accept Link and, like, start to become really good friends with him. Oh, God. Just seeing, like, it's like, in Tears of the Kingdom, the memories are all, like, a 3 of 10, a 4 of 10 cutscene. And then 2 of them, or no, 1 of them at the very end is like, that was a 9 of 10. That was incredible. But every Breath of the Wild cutscene is like a 7 of 10. On its own, it's like not the biggest thing. But seeing the overall story across the 12 of them is just like, oh, my heart. I love Zelda so much. I just want her to be happy. Ah. The world? I think the world is just better in Tears of the Kingdom. I mean, it's literally 3 times the size as Breath of the Wild world. So, like, I mean, it's just better. You're really making me want to play them. You know what I did in 3 of them, Leo? Well, 3 of the playthroughs in Breath of the Wild. In my second run, and the work run, and the freeze run of Breath of the Wild, in all of those, I did no teleporting. You might find this as a surprise, Leo. I enjoy the scenery of just walking through a video game. I am not a fast travel enjoyer. And so, in those games, I basically get a really nice horse pretty early on. And then I just enjoy running around on them. And so that's a challenge I always like to do, is just no teleporting, no fast travel. I'm completely shocked I'm the same way. The one issue with the story that stood out to me and others was the same cutscene 4 times. Yeah, my chow was still at nap session. My ass was knocked the hell out. Oh, hell yeah, hi Masu. Says the guy that walks through video game maps every day. Teehee. We're at 2 miles. I get the no teleportation thing in a while. I roll that if it's my first time through a zone, I'm not flying. Bit harder with the current extension, but I appreciate the details in games greatly. I like the old style heals for cash. I really, really like it when WAD to Shadowlands, you can't fly at first, and then eventually you unlock flying, right? With the Pathfinder achievement. When it's like late in the expansion, it's like, sure, fuck it. Fly around, we don't care. I love that. Because I hate it when a game gives you flying right off the bat, and you just fly over everything. You just literally track the quest, up, go through all the stuff, go above it, land right on the guy you need to kill, done. That's just like, that's such a waste of a beautiful world they've made. Even if it's not beautiful, I feel like there's beauty in, like, somebody made this. First time in Venthyr and Night Fit area, 12 of 10. Exactly. Right? In WAD? So, okay. Burning Crusade was like that. You got flying at 70. Wrath of the Lich King was like that. You got flying at 77, but you needed it for the final 2 zones. I'm okay with that. Very nice sentiment. Cataclysm, they give you flying right away, and it was like, you just didn't see the zones. You just flew over everything. That fucking stunk. I hated that for Cataclysm. I hated the leveling experience in Cataclysm. After that was Panda, which you got flying at 85. After that, no, you got it at 90. 85 was max for Cataclysm. After that was WAD. You didn't get Pathfinder till Hellfire Citadel. So literally you just ran around even once you were max level. And I'll admit, it made Nagrand a pain in the ass to go to. Hi, Ashley. Nagrand was like, oh, everybody expects this to be the best zone. Because, like, that was the best zone in Burning Crusade. It's going to be the best here. But it was so vertical that using the Goblin Gliders and, like, hook shots all over the place and having to, like, run through mobs to go up ramps, Nagrand fucking sucked donkey dick. That zone was awful in WoD. I definitely like a lot of the other zones more. Shadowmoon Valley, Frostfire Gorge, Talador, Spires of Iraq. I think the only zone I liked less was Gorgrond. After WoD was Legion. Hi, Giraffe. Legion was a blast to go through. That was a treat. You go through it. All the zones are, like, well made. They've got flight points everywhere. And eventually they give you the Pathfinder achievement to let you fly anywhere. After Legion was BFA. BFA, Star is pretty cute today. The only redeeming factor of BFA was the leveling experience. The zones were pretty, and going through them felt good. But, like, everything else about BFA sucked. Those zones, I love the BFA zones. Shadowlands, kind of the same thing. The zones are pretty, and the leveling experience felt good. Everything after that was trash. Shadowlands and BFA, my god, they were flops of expansions, but the zones were pretty. I think the Alliance side zones are some of the prettiest in the game, to be honest. See, and, like, that's a fair take, but at the same time, like, what? But Vol'dun is, like, the best desert ever. Zandalar, or Zuldazar, is amazing. Yuli, should we check for tails today? Yes. Yes, we should. I forgot to last night. Dolly and Dot are my best friends. You're cute. After BFA was Shadowlands. After Shadowlands was Dragonflight. And, like, I don't really care about the Dragonflight zones. They just gave you dragon riding off the bat. And so there's no lasting power of them. I think the Waking Shores is actually kind of pretty. But I, like, never spent any time on the ground there, so, like, I'm already forgetting it. Onarn Plains is mid. Azure Span should have been Grizzly Hills Part 2. And that should be everybody's favorite zone in WoW. And nobody fucking cares. Valdrakken, eh. The Underdark, the Zalarat Caverns, it has so much personality that I still kind of like it. But again, you just fly through it the whole time. Amirdrassil I'm actually bitter about. Amirdrassil should have been so much more. It should have been the fucking spirit realm of nature. The Emerald Dream. And it was just Druid Forest with big trees. Same thing with War Within. Dornagal, the Isle of Dorn, it's okay. Not bad, but nothing amazing. The zone under it, the Ringing Deeps, it's okay. Cave the Zone, it's alright. Not bad, not good. Hallowfall, that should be a lot of people's favorite zone ever. But you just fly through it so fast. Oz-Kahet, same thing. This zone is so fucking amazing, and it's just, you fly through everything. Undermine, they lock you from flying there. It's just really small and it's goblins. You have to, like, enjoy goblins to like Undermine. Koresh I think is really good, but it's made for flying. It's very much supposed to feel like a barren wasteland. I I get to know teleportation thing, and wow. I rolled that if it's my first time through the zone, I'm not flying. Bit harder with the current expansion, but I appreciate the deals in the game greatly. First time event through Knife Bay area 1210. Star's pretty cute today. God, yes, world crafting has thankfully been primo in WoW. BFA's leveling experience was great. Then the rest of the aspect happened. Good lord, yeah. Grizzly Hills, the music, the nostalgia. Yup. I think the line side zones are the prettiest in the game, to be honest. Yuli, should we check for tails today? Dolly and Daughter, my best friends. They pull my cart through dunes of sand. You're cute. Grizzly Hills music. I have to lift today, and I'm just feeling lazy. Get on it, Giraffe. Get on it. Yeah, it's kind of funny to me that some of the worst received expansions, Shadowlands, BFA, and WoD, have like some of the best leveling experiences in WoW. I think WoD in particular is like, I think that's the best leveling experience they've had in an expansion. Just it is. Part of the okay, so Legion, part of the reason that expansion was so good was artifact power. And a lot of people are like, oh my god, I hate artifact power. It's the infinite grind. And I'm like, yes, that's the good part. You fool. It feels really, really good to have everything in the game progress your character. Before Legion, what were dungeons used for? Nothing. You hit max level, you ran them right when the expansion came out to prepare for raid, and then once you were like raid ready with full heroic dungeon gear, you never set foot in a dungeon again. If you join late or like level up an alt, they had some catch-up mechanic. Dungeons were literally useless before Legion. But in Legion, they come out with Mythic Plus. They come out with artifact power. No matter what you do, it is useful. If you run a Mythic dungeon and get 0 loot from it, you got artifact power. It wasn't a waste of time. And then you ran them every raid tier to catch up on loot. Azerite, one of the big flops of BFA, was that they tried to redo artifact power. Artifact power was, okay, you collect levels of your artifact traits, you collect artifact power, you get 45 traits of your weapon. After that, you get the infinite scaling 5% damage and damage reduction trait. So, like, even once you finish everything, it is useful to grind it to get more. Azerite, they did the inverse. Okay, so you've got these gloves. They've got the traits you want on them. Have them in your bags for the next 3 weeks while you unlock all the Azerite traits again. They're all unlocked on your current gloves, but they're not unlocked on these gloves, so you gotta hold them for 2 weeks. And then you can unlock them. That was so shit. The only thing I despise about Legion was RNG of legendaries. The legendaries was a very shit system. It was temporary. It was like, once you get through it, it's like, okay, this isn't a thing. I have all my legendaries. But it sucked. It sucked being like, okay, Emerald Nightmare comes out in a week. I should get a legendary this week. And I got one that makes it so that Chains of Ice costs 10 runic power instead of 20. Fucking blow my fucking brains out. The soft cap of 5 legendaries too. Start of BFA was the worst time because you lost all the powers and legendaries. Dude, it was like, I get what they were going for. I get that they wanted to do artifact power again so that you would always be earning, like, you know, a powered system for doing things like dungeons. Doing things like that. Media, we're at the ranch. We should probably move Icy. No, because I need a flat surface. Oh, you found us. Hi. They wanted the, like, you are grinding a currency, artifact power, Azurite power. Hi, Keo. So that it always feels like you're accomplishing something. Hi, Elite. This stream rocks. But they just made it so that, like, you are constantly just fucking cucking yourself in BFA. It felt so bad, and it had none of the rewards of artifact power. And then they were like, man, people hated Azurite power. How do we make it even worse? Well, let's make it so that you gradually unlock Covenant traits. And every patch, whatever your best Covenant is, changes. Sorry, BFA was the worst. The only thing I despise about Legion was the Argentina of legendaries. love the stream rocks. Hi, how's you? Hi, Scriggles. Yulind, you're doing great. I'm trying. Trogdor put us at max incline, Scriggles. We are at 2.5 miles, so we're halfway there. It's... Oh, what's that? The Azurite gear you receive doesn't have the needed trait? Oh, my sweet summer child. That's a shame, grind more. Also, just the imbalance. Like, the difference between the best traits and doing whatever traits you wanted, night and day. I remember seeing a Warlock who was like, here's what I got with the best traits. 87k DPS. Here's what I got with the bad traits that I thought were fun. 55k DPS. Bro, that sucks. I walked 25 km while I was in Ukraine. Probably walk more every day. That was a lot for me. I don't do 12 km per day. I walk a minimum of 5 per day. But 12 km, that's pretty good. When I made out the South Cap, it was like you had 5 legendaries. You got pretty fast over 2 weeks or so. Then you had to farm content to get the drops to happen. They had a cooldown Bourrier. It was like you could get 2 per week or something. So it was like when you first hit level, I forget what the max level was in Legion. But when it came out and you hit max level, you would get one within like a day or two. You literally could not get another for at least a week. Wasn't it 5 miles? It's 5 km? 5 miles. 5 miles. Yeah, but there's also increased drop on the first 5. Oh, yeah. So, like, you'd get 1 per week. And then after that, it was like, you might go 3 or 4 weeks. I remember that. Dude, it sucked. So it was like 2% on 5. Then it became like 0.2. It sucked. I played a tank at the start of Legion. I played a Blood DK. And I think I got one that wasn't great, but it was good. And it was like, whatever, this is useful for me. No big deal. I'm not trying to squeeze out like the absolute every ounce of like DPS that I can as a DPS player. To me, it was just like, this is utility, this is good. Shadow Priest was literally unplayable if you didn't have 3 of the correct traits. It was a 50% damage difference, actual insanity. Yeah. I remember I played Elemental Shaman, and I was always the bottom DPS in my guild, but I was also just going through a rough time. I had like recently broken up with my ex. And so I didn't really care about my DPS. So long as I wasn't like half of what the others were doing, I was fine. I wasn't looking at guides, I was kind of just winging it. And I was doing alright. But I remember seeing... I remember seeing a video that was like, here's a Warlock doing this much DPS. With the good traits, here's a Warlock doing same item level, bad traits. And it was like a 30k DPS difference when people were hitting 100k. It was like, what the fuck? That's too much of a difference for things that, like, what's even the point of these? Especially since, like, there was fun builds you could do. I need a drink. For Elemental Shaman, there was a build that was like, every lava burst you do, if it follows an Earth Shock, will reduce the cooldown of your Flame Elemental by like 6 seconds. So I was like, okay. And then I think there was an Azurite trait that like added an additional 2 seconds to that. So I wanted to like have a permanent uptime Fire Elemental. That was like my goal as Elemental Shaman in BFA was 100% uptime Shaman build for Elemental. And it was like, it was just okay DPS. It was low, and I think there was other traits that were more meta. When I saw the difference in what the other traits were doing, I was like, this fucking sucks. To add salt to the wound, it was the expect that was right after removing tier sets, and they replaced it with ass big dumb. Dude, I crashed the fuck out when at the end of Shadowlands they're like, yeah, so we've done some testing. It turns out players really like tier sets. So we're bringing them back. You're welcome. Tier sets are back. You can thank us now. And everyone's just like, motherfucker, you're the one that took them out in the first place. Taking out the tier sets, I get their logic with it, but it was just lame. It was just lame what they did. I'm waiting for my meeting so I can work out and do upper bod. Oh, my eyes are sweaty. I might need to start having like a rag by my treadmill so that I can like just wipe my eyes off. Yeah. I love the artifact power. I love the artifact power of Legion. I think them trying to replace it with Azurite and Covenants, they just didn't understand what made artifact power good. I keep a stack of napkins for my VR space for that. Nice quote out of context. Yeah, I was kind of thinking it myself. Elden Ring. Did I talk about everything with Elden Ring? I kind of did. Work slightly more to keep tier sets. Help preserve class freshness and class fantasy. Or Russian luck gear. Big think hours. Well, and here's the thing. Tier sets really, like, helped smooth out the progression of a class over an expansion. If you look at Feral Druids and Rogues, the first tier set they get in an expansion is almost always energy related. Because that's when haste is low, and that's when they play ungodly slow, and they need energy systems in their tier set to help them not play like trash. By the time it's, you know, the third or fourth raid of an expansion, and they have 1,000,000 haste, they don't really need those, and they can do cool things. But the first tier, they gotta have something. They gotta have something that's like, this helps your energy. And so not having them was just like, it just felt bad. I don't remember if at the start of Shadowlands and BFA, if they had tier sets, but there was like the mail tier, the plate tier, the leather tier, and they all had like a generic tier set, or if it was something like changed per class, or if they just didn't have, no, they didn't have any tier at all, because head, chest, and shoulders were Azurite powers. So you were kind of collecting stuff there. That's right. Your gloves and your legs were just normal bitch-ass gloves and legs now. But the zones are pretty. Yeah, BFA was like a generic armor type looking diff colors, depending on difficulty. I couldn't remember if it was like a tier set, but it was just like not class specific. So like all the plate wearers, Paladins, Death Knight, Warriors, they still had the tier set and it was plate, but it was like still class specific bonuses and set or not. It's just like no, they had the Azerite trait gear. Yeah, Hunter and Charmer was same. It was like silver, gold. I didn't play all of BFA or all of Shadowlands. I played the first raid tier, and something really killed my mood to play both expansions, and so I didn't come back after the first raid tier. Yeah, it's just the drops combined look like a tier set? Yeah. In BFA, okay, so in Legion, a guild that I had played with on and off for 10 years came back. We were a mythic raiding guild. We kicked ass. We kind of had some drama, and everybody split different ways. With me was my ex-boyfriend, who was still my best friend, his girlfriend, and a druid healer from the old guild. It was the four of us. We played a lot of Warframe, and we played BFA together. Well, at the start of BFA, oh god, this is why I'm called a homewrecker. At the start of BFA, I got a new job. Having all this income, my first paycheck, I bought a Levens toy. And this guy was my ex, right? He was an ex-boyfriend. And we were still like Turk and JD from Scrubs. We were literally best friends. Clean room, sit down. The girlfriend says like, hey, so I bought a Levens. The girlfriend tells us, hey, I know you two used to be dating. The two of you, you're best friends and get along great. You can still do sex stuff together. I just don't want to know. And so, she goes on like a family reunion trip. I've got this new Levens. And we're both like, hey, she's gone, new toy. You wanna? Sure. Oh yeah, I have a question for after the story. She comes back from her trip and she's like, did you fuck Yulind? Did you fuck him? I have a bad feeling you fucked him, didn't you? Yeah, we tried out his new Levens toy. I knew it. I knew you were just waiting for me to leave. She literally said we could. That was a lesson learned. That was a fucking lesson learned. Anyway, so that all happens, and that kills my desire to play the game, right? She ditches. The other druid's like, you guys have too much drama. I'm going back to play with the others. It's just me and my ex. And him going through this breakup. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Him going through this breakup just puts him in a really bad, aggressive mood. And he starts getting really snappy and just kind of treating me bad. And so, like, after a week of it just being just us, I was like, hey man, fuck you. You don't get to treat me like this. And I blocked him. I blocked him and I rerolled on Horde. Hi, Elijah. I dropped into the stream at the right moment. Oh wait, no, not story. Told me this earlier and I forget it. I reroll Horde. I'd been tanking on a warrior on Alliance. I switched to Horde and I'm playing Elemental Shaman. And I joined a trade chat guild. They're fun, they're alright. We full clear heroic. People want to go to Mythic, but like recruiting 10 more people was like, it felt impossible. And so we just didn't. It just didn't happen. Right? I was in such a bad mood from all this stuff happening on WoW that I was like, I don't even feel like coming back to WoW. So the second raid comes out. The Assault of Zoldazar or whatever it is. I forget the name of that raid. I just didn't come back to WoW. And I didn't play for the rest of BFA. Shadowlands comes out. Shadowlands comes out. I've met all these friends on VR chat. I actually do the leveling experience with Core and Fradel. And it's super fun. It's a blast. I was going to raid with Lele. she had a big ovarian cyst, and so just being in surgery and in the hospital in and out was like, yeah, fuck WoW, I'm not doing this. And so I had to find a new guild. I find Demipred and Nyxwar and Shinemarsh and that group all playing on Zul'jin with Demi's Kitchen. The guild was Demi's Kitchen. And so I'd raid with them as a Holy Paladin. We do Castle Nathria. It's an absolute blast. I loved it. Had so much fun. And then the lawsuit happened with WoW. The whole, the Cosby suite, they're stealing the breast milk. All of that stuff happens. And so I'm like, man, Blizzard sucks and I'm unsubbing and I'm not doing this again. And I had boycotted WoW from Castle Nathria to Dragonflight. After a year of mulling it over, I was kind of like, okay. I don't want to be the negative Nancy. Yeah, I quit WoW around that controversy. I came back because I was being a real Debbie Downer, and I missed my friends. They were all playing the game. You know, they were all going back for Dragonflight, so I was like, fuck. I'm mad about WoW. I'm mad about Blizzard, but it's every company, honestly. Riot has problems like that. Ubisoft has problems like that. EA has problems like that. Blizzard just got a lot of attention with theirs. They all suck. I hate corporations. I hate companies. But I have done every raid in Dragonflight and War Within. And I've had fun with my guild. I have to stream at the right moment. Yeah, I quit around that controversy. Then started Dragonflight, played the raids every patch, but then moved on again. VR chat is the game now in my life instead. If you can equate VR chat to the same fix you got from WoW, hell yeah. For me, my guild, half of them play VR chat. And so, when it comes out, when a WoW patch or expansion comes out, it's really fun to play with all of them. And then when we get AOTC, it kind of like tapers off and we stop playing until the next one. Well, the only thing I really miss is the raiding with the boys. Yeah, that is my favorite part, and I still get it. What are we at? 3.2 miles. All Swedish buddies I meet up IRL. I can hang out with, thanks, WoW. Don't see them anymore. No, that's so sad. It feels like most of the people in my guild are Canadian. There's a few Americans, and I think there's a few Europeans, but I'd say like 40% of the guild is Canadian. I drink. Last seen online over 3 years ago. God. I played 14 like that, but it's hard to imagine myself going to that same level again. Yeah. Vanilla and Burning Crusade, I was a very social player. Didn't look stuff up. Kind of just showed up to raids or whatever. And got carried. Wrath of Lich King to Legion, I was sweaty. I was tryhard. I was parsing. Full consumables. After Legion. So, BFA to War Within. I have been the extreme casual raider. I'll bring consumables. I'll read guides. But I'm not like looking up a fight before it happens. I'm not running a shit ton of Mythic Plus to prepare for a raid. I hate Mythic Plus. I think Mythic Plus is great content. I think it's the premier content of WoW. But I hate doing them. We literally kept a legendary member of our guild that started law school and quit WoW. That guy's like last seen 10 years ago. Incredible. I feel like I wasn't there for a lot of the Demi Kitchen stuff. No, I think they started in Shadowlands. Maybe. It was, what was it, 2021? Hi, Divana. Is this Star Wars The Old Republic? Cool, it is. It's Dromund Kos. It is a level 10 to 20 area for the Empire. I think I was there for all of Demi Kitchen. I don't actually know if they like started an expansion or two before Shadowlands, but I just realized I never got around. Tried Last Pitch of War Within. Whoops. It's good, but it was really short. My guild actually got ahead of the curve in like 5 weeks. 5 or 6 weeks. That's how much I care, I guess. The zone is really pretty, Bordier. And the raid, it was a good raid. However, the final boss feels like the 7th boss. The final boss is so much easier than the 7th boss. The second to last boss, we were on like progression for that guy for 3 solid weeks. And then the final boss took us like 2, and we got it like the first day of the second week. I was like, oh, that's done. Actually, I don't even know if it was that long. It might have just been 1 week. Well, after first year, Guild's no longer scheduled rating, so I see no point. Yeah. I'm very happy with the guild I have, because everybody in the guild is a good player. They have all raided Mythic at some point. And now they're all like, we're old, we have jobs, none of us want to put the fucking the effort, none of us have the energy for that anymore. It is fun being a casual heroic AOTC guild. We show up to raids, we shoot the shit. Some of them keep playing after AOTC, some of them don't. A lot of us play other things outside of it. A lot of them play Final Fantasy. Yeah, 3 guys has kids now. 2 got them late last year. It's just hard to be in a Mythic guild when, like, you just don't have the time like you did anymore. When I was in college, fuck yeah. I loved being in a Mythic guild and pushing that time in. But now, oh god. It's just like, I can't do that. Nor do I have the energy for it. We haven't been Mythic raiding since Castle Nathria. I was like cutting edge in Legion. I got Xavius Mythic while he was current. I didn't get Gul'dan when he was current, but that was like we were literally progressing on it. And then Tomb of Sargeras came out, and we were on Sisters of Elune Mythic, and like a lot of my friends had quit one by one. I was just like, man, I'm just not having fun with this game. I'm gonna quit. And that was like my peak. In Shadowlands, we had the numbers, but we did have some real shitter players. People just kept dropping. No SWE people go around. Yeah. AOTC reading is what I did after I missed Cutting Edge for Vault. Now raiding a 2-day 6-hour guild. Working on King Mythic now. I admit I missed it so much. So wait, is that 2 days a week you raid for 6 hours, so 12 hours total? Or is that 2 3-hour days? Because that's what we did. We did 2 3-hours a day. Or 2 3-hour days. We honestly could be good enough for Mythic. We just don't have the numbers. We usually have like 12 to 13 people. Hell no, 6 hours total. Don't have that kind of time. That's what I figured. Ford has reached a deal with Amazon to sell certified used cars directly on Amazon. New throne suggestion is going to rock. Fuck no. I actually need to clear out my throne suggestions. I cleared out like half of them from the last throne day, and I haven't gone and cleared the rest out. Oh my god, are we at the Dark Temple yet? Yeah, I was also GM raid leader from Midwad to Shadowlands of the guild. Well, streaming VR chat. It's just not capable anymore. What are we at? 3.5? Oh, that's like 40 more minutes. Hi, Archangel. We're cruising. We're cruising. We're almost done. We've got media walking us, giving us emotional support. We've got Icy walking with us. We got this. We got this. Oh, did I miss Throne Day? No. No. The last Throne Day was like a week ago. I just haven't cleared out the fan suggestions. I was very invested. Wow. But I guess I moved on Classic, however. Dude, when Classic Plus comes out, oh my god. I feel like Season of Discovery would have been my sweet spot. Because I like a lot of the simplicity of the old game. I just don't like the tedium. And I really don't like how ugly it is. I think I'd enjoy Classic WoW more. But some of the things where it's like the class balance is off, rogues needing to grind, plants to like get poisoned sucks. So I was great in Phase 1 too. It went too far though. Yeah, I think I would have had a lot of fun with SOD. I fell behind. It feels difficult to get into. And it's just ugly. It's just ugly. I think Yulind needs a forward probe. What is a forward probe? I tell you guys this. I want to go my whole life without owning a car. It looks great. What do you mean? Bourrier? The Warlords of Draenor model update was 10 years ago. We need a new one. We need a new graphical update to World of Warcraft. The stuff from 20 years ago? Oh, God. Yeah, and they look horrible. OG looks better. No! No, absolutely not. I think the Warlords of Draenor stuff is, like, outdated. I hate the old stuff. Every haircut in old WoW looks so bad. You've got the, like, painted scalp, and then it's just a tacked-on asset. It's horrible. They do roar. An engine update would be great. They do not want to spend that kind of money, though. They don't want to spend that kind of money. I would just like more options. Honestly, just give me more options. I'm so sick of so many of the allied races having, like, just nothing. Like, I would love to play Nightborne. I think Nightborne are so cool. They have 6 faces. 5 of them look like old. 5 of them look like old people. And I'm like, man. Get the Wrathlich and Kata touch-ups and options. Here's my hot take. Here's my crazy hot take. Crackpot theory. What the fuck is Yulind talking about? Legion ends. BFA should have never happened. Scrap BFA. Scrap Shadowlands. Scrap Dragonflight. Scrap War Within. Legion ends. World of Warcraft owns. We've defeated the Burning Legion. And now it's like, we must prepare for the Void. That's the only big threat out there. The Legion was holding them back, but now it's just us and them. And the Void never comes. They just don't. And they bring out World of Warcraft 2. New engine. The Maelstrom healed. Hi, Boscobot. The Maelstrom heals. The big swirling in the middle. That heals. Kalimdor and Eastern Kingdoms slam together again. You have back to a Pangea continent. It's 1,000 years in the future, and an ice age happens. In the ice age, there's a great wall, and this wall cuts off a lot of the Alliance and Horde races. The Alliance and Horde actually come together at the end of Legion, and they make the Empire. It is, everybody's getting along, all the problems are solved. 1,000-year time skip happens, ice age, half the world gets cut off from the other half. World of Warcraft 2 launches, new engine, A lot of the special classes have been forgotten, like Death Knights, Demon Hunters, stuff like that. And it's basically old WoW again. The Ice Age ends. Resources are scarce. You have one half of the Empire, which is like, hey, we had the capital, and we're like trying to keep everything together. And then you have the other half that also kind of consider themselves the Empire, but they've renamed themselves after something. So it's like, I don't know. They can call themselves the Federation. I don't care. But you basically redistribute the two factions, and they start fighting for resources. The history of each other has been lost, and they don't even initially know that they were part of one empire together. And it's like vanilla Warcraft all over again with these two factions. And like, the expansions would go through a progression of like, hey, it's basically World of Warcraft 2. You could call it Battle for Azeroth, but it has nothing to do with Sylvanas, the Void, Ny'alotha, none of that. It's literally just, the first raid is, I don't know, some big dragon. The second raid is like, you could literally do old vanilla WoW over again. Have like a Blackwing lair with a dragon, a Molten Core with an elemental, and an Axe Realm. Well, you wouldn't do the Scourge, but so full new lore establishment, 1,000 years in the future, basically. But the big thing is redistribute the factions. Make it so that it's like you would have the undead have kind of like died out. So you have the Blood Elves, you have the Night Elves, and so combine them into just elves. You have the Tauren, you have the Orcs. Hi, Blissey. So why not just go with OG World but reimagine it? That's kind of what I'm doing. But instead of Classic Plus, it's just World of Warcraft 2. Hi, Blissey. Thank you for the raid. I really appreciate it. I'm ranting about my stupid crackpot theory for what I think World of Warcraft should have done. But good job today. Are you done? Good job to you as well. Mwah.
Incline is really hard. I tried the incline and it's super hard.
Yeah? Uh-huh. You don't have to tell me twice with that one. I'm dying here. But good job today. Go shower. I bet you're stinky. Yulind's writing fanfiction. They should have just made a game that was good. Hey, Blissey. You can say that, but they got 9 million subscribers right now. You can say they're not good, but they're the top, baby. It's so fucking toxic being like, well, who's got more subs? That's right, my game does. It's so toxic. Just nerdy happen. Oh my god, Yulind. You can't call media stinky. Make it so that's like, the factions are redistributed as the half that was at the north and the half that was down south. So like the elves, orcs, taurens, and Draenei. And then the southern faction would be like humans, dwarves, gnomes, and something else, I don't know. Trolls, right? Literally just redistribute them and make it so that they have a lot of the systems that Modern WoW has, where it's like guilds are outside of the factions, right? If you play a troll, you can make a guild that accepts anybody. Humans, trolls, orcs, elves. But like if you're a troll and you try going to Darnassus, you get killed because, you know, you're not part of that faction, buddy. Takes one to know one, Stinky. Toxic but true. I think that would have been a really cool idea for WoW. I think that would have been the way to do it. And the expansion progression could have been like, hey, BFA is just, the factions are rediscovering each other, and it's World of Warcraft all over again. Horde versus Alliance, Republic versus Federation, you know, stuff like that. Expansion 2, make that Dragonflight. Dragon Isles was originally planned to be the second expansion. Make it so that, like, the factions rediscovering when the Ice Age ends, the Dragon Isles becomes exposed, and you have an expansion there. Not something that's quite like, this is the fate of the world, but like a really cool exploration of, oh, there's this part of the world that we didn't know existed, and now we can discover it. This is cool. Then start ramping it up. Third expansion, have it be really void themed. Make the end boss like N'Zoth, one of the old gods, who is like finally released from events that happen in Dragonflight. Make it so that after N'Zoth, that leads into void gods. Have something like Dimensius come around, right? And then after that, you could have like Illidan fail his fight with Sargeras. And the Burning Legion is back, baby. Then it's like an expansion of the Burning Legion being remade. And maybe the endpoint of this expansion is Illidan's soul is crushed from outside his little soul fight with Sargeras. And that's what revives Sargeras, right? They could just like do a restart, new engine, new stuff. It's just, I think what they did after Legion just failed so spectacularly. I just think it would have been better to do it differently. And a small reset on things, a small reset. A large reset would have been great. They could have done it as a separate game, or I would have really liked to see them do it like PSO NGS, where it's like, it's the same game, but it's effectively a different game within the game. You can switch between the two, but like, none of the progression on one counts for the other. The Dino expansion was fun. Where's my cup holder? Hi, Holly DaVinci. Hi, Lily Swan Plays. Thank you for the follow. The Dino expansion was fun leveling. It was really bad endgame. It did not go down as a good expansion. However, the leveling experience was very, very fun. Oh wow, you played PSO also? Oh, Leo. I played probably about 1,000 hours of Phantasy Star Episode 1 and 2 on the GameCube. I love that game. I got 120 on a Ranger. Had the file become corrupted. Hacked in a Huka seal. And got that to like 144. PSO 2 comes out. And it is Japan only. I tried playing with the English client patch on the Japanese servers when Bouncer came out, but I only played like 10 hours. I hated playing an unofficial server. PSO 2 comes out in 2021. I could not play it. Wow, Hukuseo was introduced on the GameCube, I thought. Yeah, that was when I played. I didn't play it on the Dreamcast, I played it on the GameCube. PSO 2 comes out for the West, 2021. And it was very overwhelming to me. Because they sped through the content that they'd come out with over 8 years for Japan, it was just too fast-paced for me. You made your character in level 1, and they're like, here's 20 quests. And I was just like, literally just imagine like spirals in my eyes, just like, oh, too much, ooh. I struggled with it. I also hate perfect attacks. I come from World of Warcraft. The faster you hit your buttons, the harder you press them, the more DPS you do. So you give me a game where it's like, all right, wait, time your attacks. Literally do it in a rhythm. I hated that. I can do it the moment things start getting intense, like you pull more than you thought, or your health is going low and you're at risk of dying, I start to panic, and I start to think faster than I can time things, and it becomes really hard for me to do panic attacks in that moment. So, like, I hate perfect attacks. PSO2 NGS comes out. Leo, I put like 1,400 hours into PSO2 NGS. I loved NGS. At no point did I think it was good. I think it was kind of trash the whole way through, but I had fun. I had trouble getting into NGS. I recognize that I very much have the reverse experience. Most people love PSO2 and hated NGS. For me, NGS solved all of my problems with PSO2. It was a restart. It was slow and methodical. It wasn't 20 quests at level 1. There was no perfect attacks. I had a blast with NGS. DPS monks, yippee. I have rated as a Mistweaver monk. I've rated as the healing monk. I have never put too much time into DPS monk. Windwalker is not for me. There's an endgame to Dinos? Yes. I miss Bouncer. By the time it was added, well, I haven't felt the urge to go back yet. Very fair. Very fair. It did get added. It's good. It's very fast-paced. NGS is already a very fast-paced action game compared to other things. And Bouncer is the, you want to go even faster. Bouncer, you are doing 3 inputs per second. It is, you gotta play it fucking fast to play Bouncer. Jet Boots is really fast paced. Flying Swords was a bit more methodical. I actually did main Flying Swords Bouncer for a bit. That one was fun. Because that one is like, you do an ability every 2 seconds. Soaring Blades, yeah. You do an ability every 2 seconds, and then your counter is like, oh, I'm going to get here, time that. But your actual like DPS stuff, it's kind of just like, you're just going off slow and methodical. Jet Boots is so fast, though. Oh, wow, we are surprisingly similar. I always want to play Partisan, because I think spears are fucking cool. But I'm so fucking bad at Hunter. I'm so trash at Hunter. I rated a bit on Wakener. Not rated. I mained Wakener a bit. I put a lot of time on Ranger. Honestly, I would play Ranger a lot. I just hate Weak Bullet. I hate Weak Bullet so much. What was the Wireclaw things? I don't think I'd like those, but I ended up enjoying them the most. Those were wire swords? I forget what they're called. You played Hunter for them. Those were part of Hunter. Yes, nerd. I think the last time I played, I was playing Gunner. I think I was playing twin machine guns. Because the reason I loved Ranger was Blazing Shot. I fucking loved... You switch to your rocket weapon. You apply your weapon action so that, you know, in 10 seconds, if you hit enough times, you get 50 PP. You switch to your rifle. You do Weak Bullet. You Blazing Shot. And you just hold it. You just hold it for like 40 seconds. And you bring a lot of like max PP. You bring a lot of like PP efficiency. And Blazing Shot just slowly drains your PP, your mana. When you get to like 50%, that weapon action goes off from rocket launcher. And you get like a full restore. And you could just hold Blazing Shot. Just hovering there, just fucking machine gun for like 30 to 40 seconds straight. I love that. What video do we get next? Minecraft. This is our first Minecraft video. The swamp. Yes. for Bouncer Hunter. Haha, pee-pee. Hey, a short one. I don't think we go through the whole video. We are ending at 5 miles. Is the music playing? There it goes. You sound so tired. That's what reminded me of Ukraine. We have been at 12% incline. We are at 4.4 miles. We've got about 15 more minutes, and then I'm getting off this fucking treadmill. Here we see a Minecraft landscaper. I've been on quite the adventure. Are P walking with you? 12% incline, will def do that, Ella? Dude, the difference between flat and 12% incline is so wild. I'll walk 5 miles, no incline, and it's like, you burned 350 calories. I walk 5 miles with incline, and it's like, you burned 1,200 calories. It's just like, oh my God. I am dripping in sweat right now. If I like rub my hand on my arm, there's no friction. Yeah, the uneven terrain is so much harder. I'm on a treadmill, so it's very like even flat terrain for me. But it'll do that, yeah. 5 miles straight flat is 560 cal. So you're saying you should do 12 every day to do progress? I don't need progress. I'm happy with the weight I am at. Yeah, it's not a perfect comparison. No, it's not a perfect comparison, but it's pretty fair. Incline and uneven terrain, those are both massive increases to the calories burned and effort. I'm happy how you look as well. Gosh, thank you. I played PSO2 NGS. Let me put it this way. It has good combat. Not the best for an MMO, but really good combat. It has one of the best character creators. It has the absolute best player housing. You will not find an MMO with better player housing than PSO2 NGS. It is literally top tier. Everything else in the game, their end game grind, kind of shitty. Their story, my God. NGS would have a better story if it had no story. The existing story in NGS is so bad that it's like worse than it not existing. Oh, I need to look into that. Oh, it's not bonkers like PSO2. PSO2 had a bonkers but coherent story. NGS story is just bad. Let me put it this way. I haven't felt this good in a long time. We'll join Friday. In Act 2, you go to the desert, Ritem, the second zone of the game. And the reason you go there is because the commander, he's building a cannon to fight Dark Falls. But he needs materials from Ritem. So you go to the desert, you go to Ritem, you go to the city out there, and you're like, hey, we need these materials. And they're like, we'd help you get those materials, but we're getting our asses kicked out here. So, no. And you're like, what if we help you fight the enemy out here? Will you help us then? And they're like, dude, you help us fight this giant worm thing? We'll suck your dick. Yeah, of course. You find out that the leader of Ritem, she's a bouncer. She fights with, you know, the jet boots. And you find out that she's part of a line that leads Ritem that normally, hi Ozzy, suck my dick. Normally, they sing and put on a little concert, and this gives all of the people fighting in Ritem a like damage boost and strengthens them up. And it's like a lore thing. It's like a story. She sings, we get stronger, but that doesn't happen with the current leader. Her songs are dead. And so, Manon, the smart person in your group of 3, the like one of your sidekicks. She stays up all night researching the history of the leaders of her town. And she's like, Eureka! You should sing during battle. Not before battle to boost your units, but during battle. Your song casts D-band, not Shifta. So sing during battle. And so the next big story battle, she sings, and all of the, I forget what they're called, but all the little robots you're fighting, they get weakened and you kick their asses. I'm kidding you not. That is a major plot point. That is the entirety of Act 2 for the NGS story. This girl was too stupid to, like, sing and use D-band in a fight. She kept trying to use Shifta on her teammates, and she didn't know Shifta. That's the whole story of Act 2. Dick sucking, you son of a bitch, I'm in. Asa, Steffi's class. Her songs are dead. Okay, not everyone can sing well. Don't have to be mean. She sings great. She just doesn't buff her teammates with her song. She debuffs her enemies. And she needed some outsider to, like, hack into their system and, you know, read through the history logs for 10 hours to tell her that. It was so stupid. What are we at? 4.6? Oh my god. I need a drink. I love this song. What is that skull? Fright Fest 2025? That is more or less the level of bunkers I can get into, but not enough wild curveballs. It's not even bunkers, it's just bad writing. And the animation they use for the cutscenes, they use like in-game animations. It's so stiff and painful to look at. The nostalgia oozes out of this song. You know what's really bad, Kafir? I am not a Minecraft gamer. I played it for the first time, like, seriously, about a year ago. And I probably only put like 15 hours in. Yeah, that's no different than... Look, Leo. You can try going through the NGS story. I watched my friend go through the PSO2 story and I was like, this is good, this is fun. The NGS story, I think it is objectively trash. So Fortnite is adding Formula 1 suits. So that means we're getting a kick skin? Oh god. Sure. Why not? When Minecraft came out, they announced the nominees for the Game Awards. Was Dispatch for Game of the Year? There's one moment in PSO2. I was legitimately impressed with the story. It was the Code Abyss part. Nope. Oof. Maybe it was how it was presented. They're Claire Obscure Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2 on the Beach, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Hades 2, Hollow Knight Silksong, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. It's not going to Donkey Kong. I don't think it's going to Death Stranding. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, that's a viable one. 33, that's a viable one. Silksong, I don't think it's going to Silksong. Dispatch might have come out too late. Yeah. My bets are 33, Death Stranding 2, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Battlefield 16. What's wrong with Donkey Kong? I just don't think it's Game of the Year quality. I think it's really, really good. I think it's a good nomination. I think it is the weakest nomination there. Hades 2, I feel like Hades 2 is also very deserving of a nomination. I don't think it takes Game of the Year. DK was a good ass game. Doesn't have much for story or anything. Yeah. Donkey Kong is very much like a one and done. there really doesn't feel like you get anything fun for 100%ing it. As someone who has done 97% of the game, it just like, the story was a blast. It was really fun to go through. And not so much the story, but like the experience, the getting new abilities, the worlds you're seeing. Once it was done, it's been okay. Who's winning best esports game? Counter-Strike 2, Dota 2, League of Legends, Mobile Legends, Bang Bang, Valorant? Oh god, I don't know. Not League, hopefully. I have zero interest in any of those. I like League. I don't think they've done anything special in a while. Probably CS or Dota. Same. Probably would be League. I feel like League is so undeserving of like esports game. Just because you look at like the prize pools for tournaments, and like Dota 2 and Counter-Strike have massive prize pools. Like we're talking moving 40 million a year. And then like League of Legends is like, hey, if you win the world finals of League of Legends, $1 million. And it's like, wait, what? Of its prize pool would be Valve game, just because they still have community funded pots. As much of me as is to hate on League, they do a lot for the game. I do think a lot of the hate League gets is undeserving. I think League is a fantastic game. I think its community is kind of trash. They used to do the Tribunal, and that cleaned up the community a lot. They since stopped doing that, and its community has kind of gone back a bit. But like, you play with a 5-stack, League is an awesome experience. With your 4 friends, it's like Undertale fans. To be fair, most PvP games or communities are trash. Yeah. And somehow League got known as like the worst community. And I'm like, I don't know about this. Have you run an LFR in World of Warcraft? That is a cesspool. I think the biggest problem for League is the community, like you said. No, it's fairly good. Like, I stopped playing Dota 2 because of how bad I'd get harassed over voice. Did you see the Rose Doodles got nominated in the Stream Awards? No! Oh, that's awesome! I am surprised by that. I didn't think she was that big. But that's awesome. Oh my god. We're almost there, guys. I keep glancing at the distance. We're at 4.9. No, Trogdor, I haven't gone over the awards at all, so I'll probably go over them for tomorrow's notes. I don't want to go over every category right now. Oh, do that? Tomorrow, I'm going to go over all the categories, all of what I want to win each category. I'll probably even vote. Be sure and hydrate. Oh, don't worry, Leo. Anytime you see my hands do this, if you see my right hand stop swinging like this, that's me drinking. I can only hear you? Gotcha. You can hear him drink with the new mic too, like that? You can hear that? Oh, God. Live voting. We are not doing live voting. I'm not going to vote for each one while streaming. Yes, mine is very faint. Ugh. I still hate that. I still hate that. Man. 4.96. 4.96. We're almost there. That's like one more minute. 4.97. I just noticed it because my brain borrows it on little things like that. Don't let Yulind know we can hear anything he does. If he wants us to hear him moan. Fuck you, Trogdor. Fuck you. 4.98. Oh my god. Oh my god, we're almost there. 9.9. Whoa. Please. 5 miles. You're doing good? I'm done. I'm done. Get me off this treadmill. Get me off this treadmill. I'm so tired. Let me just rub all the sweat off my brow on you. Where am I? Oh, I lowered myself. Oh yeah, Yulind Mochi Fit is out today. Multi doesn't have a profile yet. I can't find. That shit is sick. I don't know what Mochi Fit is. Is that the thing you showed me? That like, hey, this thing that's fitted to this, fit it to that? You just have the model and outfit next to each other? Blender on the background, click one button. Now it fits the outfit to the model. It's another thing? Okay. I might try to learn at some point. I might have. I tend to show you a bunch of tools. I'm not sure if I've seen this one. I'm not ready to use it. Okay, here's what's gonna happen, Hobbit. I think I'm going to... I really don't want to do blender work. I think I'm going to I'm going to buy a new outfit that has a good jacket and undershirt that I like and retexture those. And then... I'll probably end up having like a long sleeve jacket with the hiking outfit. After that, that'll be the hiking outfit done. I will then do 3 real quick outfits that I don't have a lot of like editing to do with them. Something like a bunny suit. There's a lot of bunny suits to choose from. I have one outfit that I have told Micaiah what it is. And so it'll be like bunny. Oh, I'll do a yukata. There's a yukata I really like. That I plan to add. So I'll have 3 outfits right away for Miltina. After that, then I will probably try learning the Blender Mochi Fit. I want to work on face tracking with Babel. But right now, I need to get that outfit done. And even the next time I have free time, which is possibly today, I'm not even gonna do avatar work. I'm gonna do Blue Twitch stuff. You're doing good. 200 bits. Thank you, Octomage. You did it all, but the video almost over. Oh yeah, Yulind Mochi was out today. Miltina. Kiss. You just have the model and outfit. That's another thing I might have. That's the thing, you don't mess with Blender. You just have it open. Mochifit does some weird plug-in shit with both. Hey, kiss. No! You're not getting a kiss. You got my fucking sweat rubbed off on you, Trogdor. That's what you get. I don't want to learn a new process is what I should say, Hobbit. I don't want to learn right now. I want to just stick in my comfort zone and just do the thing about. You do just be starting. Once I get like a good setup, like, hey, I've got the base outfit, I've got 3 outfits for the redeem, then I will be good to like, all right, let's start learning more advanced stuff. You guys, wait there. I just have several Lasucia outfits I want to fit to Miltina and vice versa. Oh. I wonder if I can go in Link's house. Okay. Those are turned around. Calibrate. There. am I? I'm there. My feet in the ground at all? Okay, that's good. We are going to change this to local. And we're gonna go on a bit of a journey. Icy fire, if you hear we're moving. Gah. I'm so fucking tired, guys. I should be rushing to sit down, and I'm just like, I want to go see Link's house. I know you can go to the Ordon Spring. Good job today. Thank you. Oh, you absolutely can go in here. Damn, Link lives like this? What? This fucker didn't put his bed in. His bed's supposed to be right here and they just didn't. That's so upsetting. If the bed was here, I'd oh, that's so upsetting. I'm actually pissed about that. Damn, bitch, you live like this. Okay. Okay. Worlds. Chatting. What time is it? 12:06. I haven't gone to Sleepy Cottage in a while. Let's go there. Friends, drop portal. Whoa. I don't know if Icy will catch that portal, but they know where to find us. I'll kick my shoes off. I need a drink. I need one last drink before I sit down. Fuck, you can hear it. Is our video player broken here? No, it actually just kicked in. Okay. I am so fucking tired. And this fucking pillow keeps falling on me. Flying. Nope, not flying. Anchor default. Pin 1. And then we change this to flying. And then nope. Change that to world. Okay. Oh. It's just ASMR, it's fine, femboy. What's just ASMR? Oh, the fucking swallowing sounds. How dare you. Dude, the music got so quiet when I got to the balcony. It doesn't bother me for what it's worth. And I appreciate that, but it's one of those things that I really don't like hearing it from others, so I just assume people don't like hearing it from me. Yeah, it's a very distinctive sucking from a straw sound, but it's a whisper quiet. Holidays, if you wouldn't mind. We can do holidays. We can do our holidays. November 17th, Monday. God, it does not feel like a Monday. I'm kind of sitting here like, what the fuck happened to Sunday? Electronic greeting card day, homemade bread day, International Happy Ghost Day, GOSE. I don't even know what a ghost is. International Students Day, National Baklava Day, National Butter Day, National Farm Joke Day, National Take a Hike Day, National Unfriend Day. Damn, I guess it's like a day to like unfriend the people you don't need in your life. The Little Mermaid Day, World Peace Day, World Prematurity Day. So that's a solid, easy homemade bread day wins. I have no news to give you from Tails, so I genuinely don't know if that's happening today. But that's the holidays. With a 12-degree incline, I think you got the hike day celebrations done. Yeah. Oh, look, World Peace Day number 77. My weekend got eaten up by my travels. I hate that. I hate it when it's like, oh boy, the weekend's finally here. Oh, I'm traveling for a family event. So I'm heading out there Friday. I spend the whole Saturday, you know, doing family shenanigans. I travel back Sunday. I guess rip weekend. I hate that feeling. Butter dog, dog with the butter dog. Oh boy, time to unfriend people in VR chat and watch them complain about it on Twitter. God. Damn, this guy unfollowing me today. With a 12-degree incline, I think you got the hike day celebrations. Then oh look, World Peace Day number 77. Oh, I should update the title. I've like been bad about updating the title lately. 5 miles. And now we rest. Squiggly. And then I also didn't update who I am lurking in. Karaoke's still going. Bonk maxing, to be honest, just really bonking it. Okay, Koyo. Alright. I don't think it's called a squiggly. It is technically called a tilde. But I mean, come on, it's a squiggly. Like, come on. What are we doing here? In my notes, I had Elden Ring. I also had Where Winds Meet, and we talked about it briefly when we had Cairo here. This fucking game just slipped under the radar. I haven't heard anything about this game until I saw somebody talking about it in Karaoke's chat this morning. I thought it was an MO. I don't think it's an MO once I looked into it. I'm just going to say Northern Lion bit. It's the femboy key. The game looks good. It kind of just looks fucking good. I've only heard good things about the combat for it. There's 2 big news stories from yesterday. I heard it's an MMO. Sumi's playing it. You heard it's an MMO? I saw somebody saying it's an MMO, but then when I watched the trailer for it, it just seemed like a standard action RPG. It didn't seem like an MMO at all. Game looks like you. Okay, alright. There is a volcano eruption in Hawaii. It is on Mount Kilauea. It erupted. This eruption is kind of unique and cool because it looks like... I almost made the grossest example possible. The lava is not just coming up by one. It's like split. And so they're calling it a fire wings eruption. And it's really just like 2 different sprays of lava going in the air that look like a pair of wings of lava. Each spray is like 1,500 feet into the air. It looks pretty fucking cool. Time to eat like Pompeii. No, I'm pretty sure, you know, they knew this was gonna happen. Nobody's in the danger zone. through lava at something like 1,500 feet in the air. Yeah, yeah. You're going to say, when you take a piss. I admittedly, Trogdor was going to say it's like when you take a piss after sex and it's got the double stream. That sounds really cool. And I realized, wow, I'm equating the fire wings of a volcano to fucking split stream peeing. That just feels like I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't devalue something so majestic and beautiful as a volcano eruption to that. But it was too late. The damage was done. You already caught me and knew I was going to do it. The last story. And this is like, haha, buddy, fuck you. You get what you deserve. A guy and his wife, they live in South Africa. The country South Africa. Well, they don't want to live in South Africa. So they migrate to Australia, specifically with him on a work visa. This is in 2022. He's working on citizenship, but he doesn't have it yet. He's on a visa. Well, the guy is a neo-Nazi. And he goes to a fucking neo-Nazi, like, protest. And, you know, they're chanting, like, get the Israeli people out of the government. Like, literally just Nazi shit. He's identified, and the government's just like, yeah, if you're on a visa, you're here as a guest. If you're a citizen, you live here. But if a guest starts spouting hate and stuff, you ask them to leave. So, it's time for this guy to go home. And they have literally canceled his visa and said, you're not welcome in the country anymore. Get out. And he's just like, what's wrong with somebody, like, defending their race? And it's just like, shut the fuck up, idiot. Get out of here. So based. I think Australia is fucking awesome for that. Honestly, Australia was fucking cool for a lot of things. I remember when COVID happened and they were so aggressive with their lockdowns, they just don't deal with COVID. It's just like not a thing there. And it hasn't been for a while. They just literally solved it. I remember it was like, the second or third year of it. We're like still in lockdown on and off here in the US. And my Australian friends just like, yeah, we just don't have that. Everybody's just out and about, no masks. A lot of people still wear masks, but they just weren't dealing with it anymore. That was all my notes. Elden Ring, Australian man on visa kicked out, Hawaii volcano, and where winds meet. Get him the hell out. Exactly. I'm checking who's live. Oh, we have an easy target. Never mind. I don't need to check who's live. We have an easy target. But I'm not going yet. Today, I don't know if Tails is happening. So, if it is, Cairo will be live in a couple hours, and we'll play Tails there. If it's not, I guess he'll be playing something else. Well, no, hold on. It's Saturday that we can play early. Monday and Wednesday is we have to play late because he has to get home. So I can still nap. I was worried. I was like, what does that mean for nap? Like, if they say yes, I can't nap. But here's my plan for today. If I wake up from my nap and Tails is happening, then we play Tails with the squad. If they are not playing Tails, if Ginjo or Eris is like, nope, not today, we hit a blue Twitch video. That'll be my plans. Bye, Yulind. Oh, I see you're going to raid. I'm also lying. I see who? You might be able to guess it. I'm interested in who you would guess Icy Fire. I love the guessing game. I love it when it's like, somebody's like, I'm guessing green. No. I'm guessing that was G Keo because they're very green. But no. I do love green. Or I love Keo, but not today. They do be green. The one I am thinking of raiding is almost never live this late, but they're very excited with the new Tarkov release, so I'm like, oh boy, I get to go there. But yeah, I'm really hoping with Tails today. I really want to play Tails. Tails has been so much fun, and it's like, oh, I want to play that. If not, we'll do Blue Twitch. We'll do Blue Twitch. I made an attempt whether to pass on the raid message. Other than that, I'm ready to pass out. Tailspin. I'm ready to fucking like just pass the fuck out and nap in VR. Holy. I think it's time. I want to hang out and chat more because I feel like we just got here and I just immediately am like, time to go. But enjoy your nap. Thanks for stream. Yes. Socials. Blue content. Let's go. Maybe. He has a fucking underscore in his name? Oh my god, that's so embarrassing. Walking our way over night Yulind. Comfy love. Won't be mad if you don't. I appreciate that. We're going to karaoke. We fucking love karaoke and we never get to raid them, but they constantly raid us. They spoil us. That being said, thank you everybody for keeping me company. We did 5 miles with max incline. I'm absolutely fucking tired right now. We might do Tales later. We might do alternative content. Yep, I toast knew it was them lying again. Bye Eplin. Yeah, that being said, I love you. Bye. Thanks for streaming. Enjoy your night. Huge. Yeah.
Oh, やっぱり倒す。